All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, if you can hear me at all, welcome to Ashland City, Tennessee. This is Phil Newman, the Director of Communications at CPA, joined tonight by familiar face and voice of the Academy coach Mike Wall. Coach Wall is with us, helping on production and a little bit of analysis as the game goes on. I will emphasize volume is a consideration. We have our headsets on, and it is very loud up here. They got big speakers here at Cheatham County High School, Cheatham County Central High School, the home of the Cubs. They are blaring the music from the press box, and we're between two speakers. So if you can't hear us, we certainly apologize, and we'll try to talk as clearly as we can. But obviously it's a big night. We're here for the 3A quarterfinal matchup between your visiting CPA Lions at 12-0 and the homestanding Cheatham County Central Cubs also at 12-0. So these teams are 24-0 together. Something's got to give tonight, obviously, here in this quarterfinal round. This team is playing in quad 3. These teams, and the winner of this game will play the winner of Milan against Hickman County next week. The good news for tonight's winner is that the winner of this game will host the semifinal game next week. Whether it's Hickman County or Milan, they'll be traveling to this winner of this game's home field. So the Lions are hoping to win this game and get a home game next week in the semifinals. And this is a big night for Cheatham County. Their stands are about full already, and there are a lot of stands here, and there are people streaming in with about 8 minutes to go before kickoff. This place is going to be standing room only. And I'll tell you, if you haven't heard, Cheatham County loves to run the football. They have 3 runners who are over 1,300 yards rushing on the season. They pass the ball very, very little, maybe once or twice a game even. They'll want to run the ball in the split veer formation. Their quarterback, Mitchell Potts, has run for over 1,400 yards, 1,408. Desmond Sweat, one of the running backs, 1,444. And Dakota White, 1,382. They are big, they are physical, they run the ball. CPA, on the other hand, of course, likes to mix it up, passing with Albert Mitchell, the senior quarterback, and running with Chase Smith, especially, number 22, the senior, who has had a big, big season. So it's a big game. It's a quarterfinal game. Thank you for joining us, Coach Mike Wall. As a lineman yourself and a line coach, this kind of game you might kind of enjoy, huh?
It is. It's going to be a game about what goes on in the trenches, and as I understand, Cheatham County has a huge tight end who's one of their star players.
Brady Bose, number 87. Bose is on the Tennessee East All-Star team.
Yeah, and then they've also got a very very good offensive tackle, I believe, and so I think that's probably where they like to run the ball behind when they get down to where they need a few yards. So it's going to be an interesting matchup of just a variance in styles. Smash mouth football from Cheatham County, where they just like to line up and control the ball and run it down the field and be methodical. Although they can score points quickly, which is for a running football team that is something that CPA is going to have to be aware of. And I think one of the keys to the game is going to be CPA's defense. If early on we can make some good stops, get some 3 and outs, and then get the football back and go to work with our offense. Cheatham County is going to have their hands full because CPA does have a very balanced team. They run the football well, which sets up the play-action pass, and CPA has done a great job with that this year. Albert Mitchell's had a great year, and CPA backs Chase Smith has had also a great year on the offensive side of the ball. So it's going to be an interesting matchup, and it should be a real fun night for some playoff football.
All right, Coach Wall. No, you're good. One thing you said, wow, as the music went off, I could hear you all of a sudden there, at least temporarily, where you got a little bit more audibility here, if that's a word. So you said it best. Cheatham County has averaged almost 50 points a game, which is remarkable how little they pass. They have run the ball. They have opened up gaping holes for their those 3 rushers. I think we'll see number 11 a lot. Potts, the quarterback, will be prone to take that ball, run a little bit of the option, keep it, go to the corner, try to get around the corner, or just go through an off-tackle hole. There'll be a lot of rushing. And you said it'll be a matter of whether CPA can stop them defensively Lions are a high-scoring team as well, so something's got to give tonight, or it could be a 47-41 game.
It could be. It could be a very exciting night, or it could be a defensive battle. It'll be interesting to see how things play out tonight. So,
a couple other quick game notes, if I may. The Cubs, as we said, had three big rushers and a lot of scoring and a lot of good defense too. Coach Ingle Martin was saying they play great defense. They've got a more physical team than we've seen, that is CPA has seen, and maybe the best all-around football player as far as toughness goes and will to win in Mitchell Potts. So Potts, number 11, we'll see him quite a bit. And Ingle Martin has a lot of respect. And you know, as a coach yourself, Coach Wall, that these players, CPA respects Cheatham County, and they've got to be prepared for a tough battle.
Yeah, I was talking to a few of the players today, and just asked them what they thought about the game. And they said it's going to be physical. It's going to be a good game. They are not taking Cheatham County lightly at all. They said, you know, one of the players I spoke to today said that you know, they have obviously worked very hard, and they are undefeated, and we are not going to take them lightly. So I think they're ready for this game, this matchup. They were excited about the game. I think they're prepared. Coach Martin and his staff does an excellent job preparing every week for their opponents. So I'm excited.
Well, speaking of excitement, too, I alluded to it a minute ago, but I think a good portion of Ashland City is in the stadium.
I think all 90%. Of Ashland City is here.
Wow,
they've got a great turnout.
They are filling the stands. This is the first time in the 43-year history of the program that Cheatham County has made the quarterfinals. So they've been waiting 43 years for this night. So you know they are going to be fired up.
They're excited,
ready to go. And that split veer we talked about will be formidable and a big challenge for CPA, who's leading defenders include Robert Brown at linebacker, number 21, and James Elliott will be critical on the line, number 72, the senior. Robert Brown and James Elliott have both, by the way, been selected to play in the Toyota East-West All-Star Game in Cookeville on December 8th. That's a big feather in the cap of Robert Brown and James Elliott. Of course, they want to keep on playing until right up to that time, as 2 more weeks of the season, they hope. Captains are on the field now in the center. And we will see that as I see Brown, at least. There's the coin toss by the official.
Go down here.
And can't tell who's won the toss quite yet. Looks like maybe CPA has won the toss. The referee is talking to them. He's nodding his head now. So I think the Lions may be deciding whether to defer. They won the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. That's a good sign. At least you win the toss. That's a good first step in the journey. Here in Cheatham County, at Cheatham County Central High School, home of the Cubs, we're in this double-decker press box. All the fans are on one side of the field, and Ashland City fans are loud. They have outnumbered the CPA fans at least 2-1.
At least.
Maybe 3-1.
They've filled up their whole side of the stands, and I think they're coming over into ours. So.
And nothing against CPA fans. There's just more of them here in the entire city. Kind of like last year at Milan, where the entire town of Milan was in that stand. And here come the Cubs to our left, taking the home side.
You know, it's interesting. Their CPA is in all white, and the Cubs are in all black. One of the things that is difficult when you have a team that wears all black is spotting the football. And a lot of times, especially with a split veer team or a team that runs option or a wing tee where they do a lot of running with the ball, that's critical in finding the football and making that tackle. So sometimes that's an issue if they're good at tucking the ball away. So,
well, Coach Wall, you've already earned your keep. That's something I would never would have thought of. It's a great insight from the coach, and certainly we'll hope CPA can identify the football. There we see. You may not see him on your screen, I don't know, but the flag bearer, if you will, for Cheatham County. I heard from a fan of Fairview last week. Fairview was here. They lost 36-21. It was close, though. The game was 21-21 late in that game. And they said the flag bearer would come down and taunt their student section whenever Cheatham County scored. So we'll see if that happens tonight. And it's a tough place to play. It's a fun atmosphere, but it's a tough place to be a visiting team.
Exciting atmosphere. It's great when the community supports their team. And CPA has brought a lot of fans up from Davidson, Williamson County area. And so it's going to be an exciting night. CPA's taking the field. And
no question. Well, and
looks like we're ready to get started.
Here we are. It'll be Cheatham County will receive, as CPA will likely receive in the second half. I meant to go through the list of teams that these teams have beaten this season. I may not have time for that, but suffice to say they're 12-0. It is District 11 AA is where Cheatham County was the victor. They play against Camden Central, Harpeth, Waverly Central, Stewart County, Creekwood, and Montgomery Central. They ran the table, of course, in their district as well as in the whole season. They're 12-0 along with the Lions out of 10 AA. Coach Ingle Martin is now 24-2 on his 2-year career at CPA, and the 2 games his teams have lost by combination, a total of 3 points. 2 at Milan and 1 against Maplewood. So it's been a good start for Ingle Martin.
Coach Martin's done a great job coming in and taking the helm for the Lions. He's done an excellent job with this senior class in preparing them to lead, and they're doing just that this year.
And here we are. Lineup kickoff will be a familiar face for the Lions. It's sophomore J.R. Osborne, number 7. Back to receive. I'm going to have to guess on the numbers because they're hard to read on those black jerseys, as Coach Wall alluded earlier. If I had to guess, I would say maybe Sweat or White is back there, but it's really hard to pick up numbers from this distance.
Yeah, they're not easy to read at that distance.
We'll do our best. The numbers are red on the black uniforms. Here's a kickoff by Osborne. It goes deep to about the 5. Taken there. A wedge is formed. Up the middle they go. Still gunning. A lot of room. But bumping into his own players. That CPA was fortunate at that time that the runner ran into his own players twice. And up to about the 27-yard line goes that return man who was 24 Desmond Sweat. 5'10 junior. Goes about 169. 27-yard line, 28-yard line we'll call it. 1st and 10 Cheatham County to begin the game. It is number 11, Potts at quarterback. Two backs behind him will be Sweat and White. White 30, Sweat 24. Man in motion is Brinkley. Handoff. What a hit right there. Who was that? Sam Landers on the hit.
Sam Landers on the hit. It was a beautiful hit. Stood him up. Maybe made a yard.
Great hit out of the gate for CPA on that play. Nothing doing. Coach Wall said maybe a yard. And it will be 2nd down, 9 to go from the 30-yard line for Cheatham County at their own 30. Receivers include Brinkley there, number 8 for Cheatham County. And they don't pass much, though. 2 receivers out wide, 2 backs behind Potts again. Handoff up the gut. It will be not much. A host of volunteers, a host of Lions meet the runner. Pardon my UT-ness there. That time on the rush. I'm used to hearing John Ward say that way back in the day. The rush, I think that time was made by Dakota White. He goes 5'7", 222. He's a fullback more. But he has 1,382 yards on the season. So those 3 runners, some big guys up front, Coach Wall, for Cheatham County.
They are. CPA is going to need to stay fresh during the entire game because those big guys can wear you down. They lean on you a lot.
Big 3rd down play here, about 3rd down, 6 to go. Up the middle, the handoff is breaking 2 tackles, breaking a 3rd. No. Chase Smith, Elliott, and others stand him up short of the 1st down by about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah. Some nice gang tackling right there. The CPA is doing some nice team tackling there.
4th down and out about 4. Well, that's actually there's the spot has moved now. 4th down and about 2.5 maybe. I assume they'll go into punting formation. We'll see. They will. And it'll be Potts dropping back to punt. So great first stand there if you're CPA.
This is key. They really need to get a stop early and try to take control of the game and let us work our offensive magic.
Back to receive is Osborne, about the 31 of CPA. Potts is in punt formation. Snap is a little bit high, but he gets it down. Punt is away. Nice one. Turns over. Osborne goes back, drops it. Fumble. Ball's loose. Still loose. I think CPA has it. Unless it gets wrested out from a Lion underneath the pile.
There was a lot of digging going on in there. That ball bounced around quite a bit.
I saw CPA fall, and they do recover. As you know, Coach Wall, a lot of grabbing and holding goes on under that pile.
There's a lot of things that go on that people don't realize in that pile.
I think you told me once that you got your finger bitten or something.
I was bitten several times, pinched, and called things I'd never heard before.
Well, there's a huge break for the Lions. 9:40 to go in the first quarter. They are able to recover that fumble. You know, it's funny. I saw a couple guys fumble in warm-ups on those punt returns. Maybe the ball is a little bit slick right now.
Yeah, on these cool nights, when it gets down in the 40s, that ball does get a little bit more slick, and it depends. Some of your footballs at this time of the year are a little bit more worn.
Chase Smith. A lot of room for Chase Smith. Chase bounces off one, bounces off another, still running. Pardon my interruption there, Mike. Coach Mike.
They had a great run by Chase Smith, some good blocking. It was a great effort by him.
He made about 4, maybe 3.5. Let's see how they mark it. It was Albert Mitchell handing the ball off. Mitchell, of course, the senior quarterback, number 14 for the Lions.
Long 5, maybe 6.
Osborne in motion. Hand off to Smith again. Smith running to his left. Smith, a lot of room. Smith! Smith may go. Smith may go.
He is
Chase
going.
Smith.
He's going.
Nobody will catch him. Smith will score. It will be a touchdown. No flags are down. Lions go up 6-0 with 8:55 to go. First quarter. What a play.
What a great cut by Chase Smith. His field vision is amazing. I've noticed as the years gone along that he's able to see really well on the field, which is hard to do as a running back because you're worried about who's going to clean your clock. And his field vision, being able to pick up blockers and get out in the open is just amazing.
That vision led to a quick 2-play drive right there, if I got my math right on that, for the Lions. And Smith picks up where he left off last week. Osborne to attempt the PAT. Osborne's kick is off to the right. Is it good? It just barely made it in, I think, to the right side. So 7-0. So Smith goes on the run. And let's see, I lost track of the yard marker, but it was about a 70 to 75-yard touchdown run for Chase Smith right there. Smith scored all 5 touchdowns last week for CPA in the victory over Westmoreland. That 37-13 victory. He scored 3 on rushing, 1 receiving, and 1 on a punt fumble, a punt return. Let me get this right. The punt was kicked into the end zone by the punter, and Smith fell on it. So he recovered a fumble, I guess, in the end zone. Anyway, I'll get that straight.
Well, this is exactly what CPA needed to do. They needed to get a stop and get a score and take control of the game. So it couldn't start any better for them.
Absolutely. Perfect scenario. We talked about this earlier today, Coach Wall, that if Cheatham County gets behind by much, they're not a come-from-behind team. They are a running team, and they haven't been behind all year.
Right, and they're not a big passing team, but if you remember a few years ago when we were playing Good Pasture, they weren't a big passing team either, and they caught us a couple of times. So
no question.
I'm sure Cheatham County has something up their sleeve if they do need to catch up quickly.
Osborne to kick. Forgot to mention earlier that Cheatham County played CPA in the first round last year. You may remember that at home at CPA, and the Lions won 17-7, but it was a tough game. Nice tackle right there. Ball is loose? No, I thought I heard a cheer from the sideline, but it was just a nice tackle right there.
Good hitting right in there.
That time, I think it was Sweat on the return. And he got up to about the 23. So 1st and 10, Cheatham County, 8:49 to go on the clock in the first quarter. And we'll see if that Lion defense can pick up where they left off a moment ago.
Seemed like Cheatham County wasn't getting up to the linebackers, and that's an indicator that your defensive linemen are doing their job. They're occupying the blockers.
Here is the handoff up the middle again. It's Sweat this time. Sweat hit hard. After a couple of yards, Sweat was met by, let me get this right, one of the line. It was actually Robert Brown. No, it was actually Xander Isaacs on the hit, 15, along with Landers. Nice play by Isaacs there. He's going to come a long way, that junior. Strong. He plays cornerback, but he was up there near the line for that tackle. So the gain is what? They're going to stay 3.5, it looks like, maybe.
Yeah.
2nd down, 7 to go from the 27-yard line.
CPA is giving them a little different front look line. I like the fact that they are bringing some linebackers off the edges. I think that really is going to help them in terms of keeping Cheatham County under control.
That was White on the carry that time. Some hard, good running up near the first down, maybe about a yard short. I think it'll be a first down, they say. Okay, so he just got the first down at the 33. That will be the first down in the game for Cheatham County. Lions don't have one. They didn't need one. Is that right? They just scored on the second play.
They did.
So first down, Cubs. Handoff. Nice tackle. The gang tackle by the Lions after maybe a yard.
They weren't fooled that time.
Pleased to be with you. Once again, Phil Newman here along with Coach Mike Wall on this Play on Sports TSSAA broadcast live from Ashland City, Tennessee. I'll invite you to text me if you see something happening with the broadcast not working right, or you can't hear, or you can't see. Feel free to text me at 347-5163. I get a report now that the camera may be a little bit blurry. Sorry about that. The camera's a bit blurry. We apologize for that. We have a little bit of problem with the lights, I think, out here. We'll try to work on that. In motion. Handoff up the middle. It's a belly play. Some tough running once again. That time I believe it was Sweat. Yes, 24. Sweat gained about 3. Bring up 3rd down and 5 from the 37-yard line. As per script, we have not seen a pass attempt yet for Cheatham County. 6:40 to go first quarter. Clock running. And a motion to the, or rather, receiver to the right is Brinkley. Potts. Hand off. It's a sweep play. A little more. Cuts it back inside, though, to Sweat. He's hit hard by Chris Charles. Lander slowed him up, and Chris Charles finished him off.
Not fooled at all that time. I think Cheatham County looks like they run a lot of plays similar to Goodpasture, so CPA's familiarity with Goodpasture, I'm sure, has prepared them well for a team that runs like this.
Some of those trap inside runs and inside handoffs, if you will. And well, that time it was a bit of a sweep, and he cut it back inside. Here's the punt for Potts again. It's away. It's a wobbly one, this end over end this time. Still a long kick, though. Osborne, fair catch, almost drops it and makes the catch at the 20-yard line. So with 5:46 to go, it'll be CPA football. Once again, their second drive of the night will begin. The first one was a 2-play drive with Chase Smith running twice and scoring. And we'll see if they pull out the passing play. Actually, Coach Wall, they may not need to pass. They may want to establish a run until you stop them, right?
That's right. That's right. If you can eat up time in these playoff games, obviously Cheatham County is a very good team, and momentum will shift back and forth. And as long as you can establish that run and keep controlling the football, it just opens up a world of other things that you can do.
All right. Receivers 2 out to the right. It's Osborne and Richard, Thomas Richard. Smith in the backfield with Mitchell, along with, I think, Charles, if I see that number right. It is Chris Charles. Passing, and almost intercepted that time. So fortunate for the Lions. That pass was intended for Richard, but it was nearly intercepted by Sweat. I believe that's Sweat.
Didn't fool him that time.
Almost intercepted it. Thank you. 24. So it'll be, fortunately for CPA, dropped. 2nd down 10 from the 20. 5:41 to go first quarter. Mitchell in the gun. Looks over to the sideline for an audible. Getting the motions. Mitchell back to pass again. This time it's for Richard again. Makes the catch. First down maybe. If they spot it, it'll be about, 10.5 yards. So CPA comes out and passes twice on this second drive.
I think they're trying to bring that balance out.
Certainly that's the way the season's been for CPA. It's been very balanced attack through the air and on the ground. They're going to say, yes, first down and 10 from the 37. Mitchell again with Smith, very familiar. This time it's Osborne and Richard to the left. Clock at 5:27 and running. Maybe a blitz coming here. Yes. Osborne
picked it up.
Osborne gets the catch. Osborne has a little room on the outside. He'll get up to the 45 and be hit out of bounds, way out of bounds. No flag.
Nice pass that time. CPA caught him in the blitz, picked it up very well inside, gave Mitchell enough time to get that ball outside.
So positive play, first down again for the Lions, up to the 45. And they're going to hurry up here, or at least get to the line quickly. And then they may adjust from the sideline. It's Osborne and Richard again, the right. Landers is in in the backfield along with Smith. And we have tight end, of course, Robert Brown, the senior lineup to this side. On the other side, you see James Elliott. It's Connor Brown at center. Want to give some credit to those linemen up there. High snap, handoff to Smith. Smith up the middle. Lutterman, Smith, still going. Smith makes a move. Smith will get tackled down, but not before a first down run. all the way into Cubs territory to the 42. There's that vision again you talked about.
Once again, Chase Smith found the opening and used his blockers well. Has his head up, looking around. He's got his head on his swivel as he's running. Also like the way he holds the football. He secures the ball.
Mitchell, same thing we've seen before, the same formation with Landers and Smith. So the three seniors in the backfield right now. It's a pass out to Osborne. A lot of room. Osborne has tons of room. Slips down, unfortunately, there, but nice play. Made a move and lost his foot and gained about 6 or 7, though.
Yeah, and that's the this time of year that Bermuda grass has gone dormant, and these fields a lot of times get a little bit more slippery about this time of the evening.
Here we go. Mitchell, 4:26. Clock running first quarter. I was here Monday afternoon with Coach Mike Elson. The field was in good shape, actually, but it definitely is worn out after a long season. Handoff again to Smith. Smith, flag down. It will be no play. And it's going to be a penalty called against the Lions, I believe. They'll back them up 5. I think it was illegal procedure or something like that. Clock now stopped at 4:14.
Yeah, this is not where you want to be. Second and long, it gives the defense quite a few more options in terms of they know you've got to pick up a chunky yardage pretty quick.
I guess only at 2nd and 9 or so because of the fact that it was a 5-yard penalty, I think. So not as bad as a holding call, for example, but still negative yardage. You don't like that ever. Coaches are signaling in from the side. Mitchell gets the call. You see Richard on this side. Mitchell the pass. Looking for Richard. Wide open. Makes the catch. Makes a move inside. Oh, look at Richard.
Great move.
What a move. Don't fumble. And he goes inside the 20 to about the 19. Thomas Richard made a couple guys miss right there.
He had 3 guys standing around him, and he made just a little quick inside move and then went outside. And
good play. He was wide open. Nice pass by Mitchell. Nice catch by Thomas. It'll be a 1st and 10. Timeout taken by Cheatham County right now with 3:52 to go. And Chase Smith signals over to the sideline to get up. The crowd obviously is excited. They got a lot of cowbells down there to our right, the CPA crowd, and they're making a lot of noise. Right now it's very quiet on this very large Cheatham County side. And we can refresh sometimes. If you're watching it, if it's buffering, by the way, if you hear my voice out there and it's buffering, you just have to refresh the page, your computer page or your mobile device page. If you see it get frozen up, then just refresh, and it should come back on. We're having our signal strength appears to be strong. It says so, and yet we're seeing a little bit of freezing up from this end. So we'll see. So now it'll be 1st and 10 Lions after that nice Mitchell to Richard reception at the 19-yard line of Cheatham County. The full name is Cheatham County Central High School, so CCCHS, but we're going to call them Cheatham County for short, or the Cubs. Red helmets, black uniforms, red trim. Lions in their familiar gold helmets, white uniforms, purple trim. Big quarterfinal matchup. Winner gets Milan or Hickman County next week at home. In motion goes Landers. Mitchell to Smith. Smith up the middle. Smith bounces off one man, not the second. Good little run there.
Still good positive run. You like that on 1st down, and you like getting that positive yardage.
Good blocking by the likes of Paul Adams up there, Connor Brown, Don Mitchell. Jack Hooper, I think, is on the right, at right guard, if I see that.
Yep. Jack
and
Hooper
Elliott at right
Elliott.
tackle. Strong line on both sides of the ball for CPA. Clock now running at 3:20 in the 1st. Standing room only, humongous crowd. Handoff Smith, makes a move. Smith, a lot of room. Smith to the right. Left rather. Smith holding called right there. Jack Hooper will be flagged for holding, I do believe.
Back, yep.
Yeah, the crowd called that one. And
anytime you get your hands outside the frame of the body of that other guy, especially in this late in the playoffs, those refs are pretty good. They're going to pick that up. They're going to call it. You got to keep your hands up inside, and it's hard to do. It's hard to hang on to those guys as you're trying to make room for your running back.
And not to pick on Jack Cooper at all. He's had an outstanding season. And
an excellent season.
Great lineman for the Lions. He was featured prominently in that in a video this afternoon at the pep rally, and jumping over a guy. I mean, Jack Cooper is an athlete. He's a big boy, but he can also move. His brother Ben, of course, on the team also this year, a senior as well. Ben, backup kicker and does some other things, cornerback, and Ben's a great kid too. Here we go. I see now for the Lions, they've got Mitchell to pass. Wide open, Osborne.
Wide open.
Touchdown, J.R. Osborne.
Beautiful
Mitchell
pass.
to Osborne for 6. What a play. Great pass through the crack and great catch. Lions go up now 13-0 with 2:48 to go in the first quarter.
What a beautiful pass. He threaded the needle between two defenders right in the end zone. Osborne, great concentration, looking it all the way into his hands. Another great play.
Back on the kick. Well, Osborne, the receiver right there, will attempt the extra point out of the hold of Andrew Manuel and the snap of Robert Brown. So there it is. It's through. And with 2:48 to go here in the first, Lions go up 14-0. So the holding penalty right there, not a factor at all, as Mitchell was able to throw that on a rope through some traffic to Osborne.
That was as good a pass as you're going to see at any level of football.
No question. That had next level written all over it. And, of course, Mitchell is a commitment to Samford down in Birmingham for next year, so he'll be down there continuing his football career. And
yeah, I'm sure they'll be excited to see highlights like that. That's just an excellent pass. And Albert Mitchell seems to just be getting stronger and better each year that he continues to play in football.
Well, we interviewed him after that Good Pasture game 2 weeks ago and talked a little bit about that first game at Good Pasture when he had to be thrown in. Nolan was injured, and Mitchell went in and had a tough game against a huge, they blitzed him every down, I think. And he just tried to the journey from that game to the game 2 weeks ago has been remarkable for Albert.
And the thing with CPA being two-dimensional versus one-dimensional, with Chase Smith being in there, you've got to respect him. And if you don't respect him, you've got to respect when Albert makes any kind of fake. That just freezes the linebackers. They can't drop. They can't anticipate as well, so it really opens up a world of offensive plays for him.
Osborne to kick again. Back to receive. It's going toward, I think, Sweat.
Maybe coming back.
It's going to be a flag. It is Sweat down there. Boy, it's hard to see that far. Sweat 24, and I think Potts 11 are the two back deep to receive the kick. And they're going away from Potts. I think Coach Martin said they definitely respect Mitchell Potts. And when he has the ball, although he hasn't run the ball, I don't think tonight yet. He's been handing the ball off every play that I remember. They were definitely wary of Potts. It's actually number 12, not Potts. Number 12, it's Willie Presley, sophomore. I apologize. On this side, this left side, or the right side rather, and Sweat on the other side. So it's not Potts, but Potts plays quarterback, and Coach Martin had been concerned about him running the ball. He hasn't rushed it much that I've seen tonight. I don't think at all.
Well, I'm sure they'll get a dose of him pretty soon here. And of course, this late in the season, too, you don't know how beat up the other team is in terms of getting to this point. Health plays a big role in how far you can advance in the playoffs, staying
50.
healthy.
A lot of room.
Uh-oh.
And nice tackle made there. Probably a touchdown-saving tackle made by number 10 for CPA. That's Will Whitaker.
That was a great tackle. He kind of came from the side and took his legs out, so that was definitely he was going another 20 or 30 yards or possibly a touchdown.
So good run back for Cheatham County. They get the ball in good starting position at the 40. They're 40. 2:41 in the first quarter remaining. Potts. In motion goes Brinkley. It's a keeper this time for Potts. He will get around the outside. A lot of room. Smith on the tackle. Nice job by Chase. It'll be about a 17-yard pickup. There we said it. There it was. Potts running the ball. And it was
called
effective.
his number, yeah, and he was very effective that
Got
time.
the corner.
Well, that's the setup of the belly play, of the keep. And there again, like I said, that you've got to respect a guy like that. And he obviously has some great speed.
So here it is, 1st and 10. Maybe the first time I think Cheatham County's ventured into CPA territory so far. They have ball to 44. Potts, hand off to Sweat. Sweat hit hard by Landers initially, and then Elliott and some others finish him off after a gain of maybe 2.
Sam Landers was right in there plugging that hole up. Great job by him. Got his hands on him and hung on. Host of Lions came and helped him out.
Some folks, prognosticators, I've heard this week, think that the winner of this game would be favored to go to the state championship game and take on perhaps Alcoa, perhaps CAK, someone like that. That's, of course, looking too far ahead, but this is a big, big game. Now 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. It's a keeper again for Potts. Potts outside. Potts hit by Smith. Again, nice tackle by Smith with help from Keck that time.
Good job on the defense, keeping their responsibilities. They've obviously coached that and talked that very well, and that's one of the things when you play a team like this with the belly or the V or the option. You've got to play your responsibilities. You've got to stay at home and play your man.
And Matt Keck has stepped up big this year with the injury to Glenn Fleener early on. Keck, the sophomore, big part of that linebacking core. He helped Smith that time on the tackle. 3rd down and about 3, a short 3. Big play here, obviously. In motion, Brinkley. Potts, handoff. Going to be a 1st down, I think, if they give him the spot.
Nice job by Robert Brown. He closed pretty quick, so he came in off that end position and made a nice tackle.
That was Sweat, and it will be a 1st down pickup for Cheatham County, so they will move the chains, and they are now at the 33 of CPA, so they are on the move. Clock at 1:14.
This is their style of football. They like to control the ball 3, 4, 5 yards, get a decent play every once in a while, and eat up time on the clock.
CPA crowd getting vocal down to our right. Keeper for Potts. Potts gets through. Potts still going. Out of bounds, close to a 1st down, though. They're going to mark him out, I think, at about the 23. So it will be very close to a 10-yard gain.
And Potts did a great job that time of using his blockers. He was patient and waited. He waited, and it got him about an extra 3 or 4 yards on that carry.
That's Chase Smith-esque right there with the vision and the patience.
Absolutely.
So it'll be another 1st down for Cheatham County. They have now the 23 of CPA. Under a minute to go, first quarter. Potts again with Sweat in the backfield to his right. There's movement. No call. Oh, what a play. Who's that? Elliott. Makes
James
the
Elliott,
initial hit. And Chris Charles and Houston Nichols are there to clean it up. Wow. James Elliott. Nichols back in the game, number 1. Back hadn't played for several weeks because of concussion issues. Good to see Houston back in.
It is. James Elliott just blew through that time. About this time in the game, sometimes those offensive linemen get a little winded, especially when they're going on a march. And James Elliott is a handful. He's not only big and strong, he is quick off the ball.
And he will be playing at Furman next year for the Paladins. Will James Elliott. Clock running now, 18 seconds in the first. So this will be the last play of the quarter, probably. Another strong hit by that time. Was that Elliott also?
Elliott was in there, 24.
Chris Charles, Nichols, 78, Benedict, I think.
I think Jack Hooper came in and helped shut things down at the end.
Team defense right there, Coach. They really shut that one off. It'll be 3rd down now and about 12 to go once we switch sides.
I think we got going to the 2nd quarter.
So quick recap. Lions score early. Smith on about a 75-yard touchdown run.
You want me to go check the camera? Is it downstairs?
At 9:02 of the first quarter to go. Makes it 7-0. And then Osborne on a pass reception from Mitchell with 2:48 to go in the quarter. It's 14-0 Lions. Again, if you're watching, our signal looks good, but we're having some mixed results on whether or not you can see the game live. We'll try to check that for us. A lot of buffering going on. We understand that. So, again, the signal is registering strong, but maybe not as strong as we had hoped here at Cheatham County. It's in Ashland City, which is a little bit in the country, if you will, kind of rural area. It's a beautiful part of Tennessee. And the drive up along the river, across the Cumberland River, was quite lovely this afternoon. Right now, it's lovely for CPA on the field as well. The Lions up 14 after one. It'll be 3rd down and 12 now. Huge play for Cheatham County coming up. Back to passes, Potts. Potts will be still running. Potts will be running and getting positive yards, but it'll be short of the first down. But Potts almost got sacked that time. Escaped the sack attempt and did gain some yardage for the Cubs, but not enough for a first down. It'll be about, I think, 6 yards short of the first at the 16. It's going to be 4th down. Well, make it 4. 4th down, about 4. From the 16, are they going to go for it or kick? Going to go for it, I think.
Yeah, I think it looks like
they don't kick
being
much.
Down 2 touchdowns. They're probably going to try to give it a shot right here. And they've got CPA deep in their own territory.
And here it is, Potts, 4th down and 4. In motion, Brinkley. Potts, a keeper so far. He'll pass, wide open.
Wide open.
Touchdown. That's the tight end, number 87, Brady Bowes, on the 16-yard touchdown reception from Potts. So a rare pass and a wide open. Brady Bowes, the all-star, makes the catch and brings his team back within 14-6 at 11:04 of the second quarter.
Well, when you get to playoff football, people put a few wrinkles in their offense and defense because they know there's a lot of film out there on them to study. So obviously they've been working on that one for a little while, and that's one in their repertoire they pulled out.
Kick attempt here made by Willie Presley. It is up
almost blocked.
And almost blocked, but it's good. So Presley makes the kick and brings his team back within 1 touchdown at 14-7. So that was something that Cheatham County doesn't do very often, throw the ball. And when they threw it, Potts had nobody around him. Easy catch, easy score. And I'm sure CPA coaches at halftime will talk about that one, how to adjust to playing the run and the pass.
Well, in football like this, where you get smash mouth football, you play the run until you see differently.
Well, somebody right next to us here for Cheatham County said this game ain't over yet, and that's true. It's early.
That's true. It's early.
The second quarter. Long way to go. And both these teams know how to score quickly, so this could be a high-scoring game before it's all over.
And CPA cannot get satisfied with too early scores. They've got to keep the pedal to the metal.
No question. Back to return for the Lions will be Smith and Max Presley. Mad Max Presley has had a good year, too, for the Lions, and he is a junior, so Presley will probably be the feature back next year, at least one of the feature backs for CPA. He's been good this year, too.
He has been amazing this year. He is very quick, and he, like Chase Smith, has good field vision. He can get out to that open space and get down the field.
I compared him one week to an Evinrude motor. He just like a motor, like a motorboat. Short kick taken by, who is that? Presley. Presley makes a move. Presley makes 2 moves. Presley spins down past the 40 to 43. Good run back for Max Presley.
Nice field position to
Speaking
start,
of which,
this drive.
We were talking about him, and he made that squibby-type kick, picked it up, and returned it to a good spot. Now they're going to be at the 42. They're going to mark it, I think, of CPA. At 10:58 to go here in the second quarter, and the crowd gets even bigger. More people are coming in, I think, as we go. It's a 4 or 5 deep on the fence for at least half of the stands in front of us.
No, I think they've all filled in.
They filled in. The stands are huge out here. It's a lot of stands. Several thousand people here. I don't know how many thousand people here. All right, Mitchell. Blitz coming. Mitchell looking long for Richard. Too far in front of him. Good D right there, played by Thatcher Brinkley, and passed a bit too far out in front, perhaps.
Yeah, they were trying to put pressure on Mitchell that time coming off the left end, so that's it's obvious that they are concerned about CPA's passing game.
That time Richard was one-on-one, but he had a bit of a space late, but the ball was not quite within his reach. So it'll be second down 10 from the 42. Mitchell, Smith, Charles in the backfield. Richard to the left, Osborne to the right, Richard to the right, Osborne to the left. Brown at tight end. In motion comes Osborne. Mitchell blitz again. This time to Osborne, wide open. Osborne makes the catch. Osborne at the 50. Taken out at the 50, so it'll be about an 8-yard gain on second down. Not bad.
It looks to me like Cheatham County's trying to pack the box, just almost daring CPA to pass the football, and that may be dangerous. That might not work out real well for them. Albert Mitchell has the ability to pick them apart.
And the Lions have had success with that pass into the flat so far, and we'll see if that continues. 10:20 to go, second quarter. Lions have the ball now at the 49. That spot was bad. That spot was about a yard short of what I thought it'd be.
I thought we had a few more. I thought we had an extra yard on that.
Smith has a first down. Yes. Oh, close, actually. Close to it.
It's going to be close.
The spot, it's right down in front of our line right here. He got a favorable spot with the right foot. I think he has it, actually. Very favorable right foot spot.
Looks
first down, like Lions. The line judge over here went in and put his upfield foot.
Yeah.
And that was a good.
That's the spots you want. You're working for a first down.
That forward foot.
If they mark with the back foot, then you're in trouble.
So 10:05 to go in the second. Lions have a first down in Cubs territory once again. Referee not on payroll. CPA, no question. Referee's impartial as far as we know. Osborne in motion again to the other direction this time. Mitchell, another blitz coming.
Nice pickup by the back.
Richard, not quite able to get it there that time. Good pickup by, was that Presley or on the block? Or no, maybe it was Charles. Chris Charles.
Chris Charles did a nice job helping pick up that blitz.
So now it's going to be second down and 10. Clock stopped, 9:41 the second, 14-7 Lions. Got the early lead, and then they have surrendered a touchdown just moments ago by the big tight end, Bose, for Cheatham County.
I love the fact that CPA is being patient.
Timeout call by Cheatham County. That'll be their second of the half.
Yeah.
Lions have taken none yet. You were saying, Coach?
I love the fact that CPA is being patient, and they are on offense, and they're looking to see how Cheatham County lines up. And obviously they're lining up in a formation. Then they have some options on their play calling. So I love to see them look to the sideline, and just kind of gives them that extra few seconds to kind of see what their best options are.
We've seen the Lions do a lot of that this season. Come to the line quickly, and sometimes they go quickly and just do like a scripted drive. Other times they do what you're saying and adjust based on the opposition's formation. So.
And a lot of that comes in preparation, trying to decide what defense the other team is running. Where every defense has a weakness, there's typically a bubble in a defense, and trying to find where that bubble is and attack it.
All right, we're hearing from some of our fans out there that we have some kind of fits and starts on the broadcast, some buffering, and we apologize for that. If you get that, just try to refresh your page, and we'll see if it gets better here. The signal says it's good, but you never know. Flag goes down. That may be movement. I think Osborne moved on this close to us. Looked like maybe he was I couldn't tell if he thought the play was going to start, if he was trying to adjust or go in motion. Maybe, who knows, confusion there. 5-yard penalty. And that'll bring up now second down 15 from the 47 of CPA. Landers is in the backfield to the right. Richard and Osborne, the two receivers. Osborne really has emerged this year as that second receiver, as one of the starting receivers. Mitchell, handoff Smith. Smith can't get a block, and he will be taken down in the backfield. That time it was good penetration by Cheatham County. including that big tight end who plays defense also,
yes.
Brady Bowes.
Yep.
He goes 260, 6'4", 260, Coach. That's almost as big as you are, I think.
Sam Landers had a hard time with him that time. I think he got through the line blocking, and Sam had to try to pick him up, and that was a load for him to block.
Not 9:13 to go. No question about why Bowes is an all-star. Good player.
He is a big fella.
He's a load, like Elliott in a lot of ways. Here we go. Playing a 4-2. Looks like kind of a. Here's Mitchell. Passing into double coverage. Intercepted. No.
Nope,
dropped. Or was it a fumble? Incomplete. They're saying on this side. This referee is saying incomplete.
No.
The referee on this side is rushing in to say incomplete.
No, they said it was complete.
They're
going to have a
referee
conference
on
right here.
Yeah, they're going to have a conference.
They're going to call it off. Yep.
I think that's a close call right there.
It is.
He had it in his hands for a couple seconds.
It was either a catch and a fumble, or
yes,
it was not a catch at all.
The initial call on the field down there was a catch and a fumble and a recovery by Cheatham County. But then the referee from this near side ran in, signaling incomplete. That could have gone either way.
It could have, and a lot of times it may be that they have to make a football move with it or have to have some kind of control of it.
Yes.
So
Lions going to punt. It's Mitchell. No, it's a fake to Manuel. Manuel has it, and he will be stopped well short of the first down, if I see that right.
Yep.
Well, that was a little trickery right there for CPA.
Trying to catch him off guard.
Didn't work, and Cheatham County will take over at the 48 of Cheatham County. So they had a long way to go there that time.
They did. They had a good 15, 18 yards to go that time. So that's and that's not a bad place to pull it.
Gutsy call.
CPA's defense is going to have to rise to the occasion right now. You definitely don't want to give Cheatham County a lot of good field position.
And Coach Martin and his staff, of course, are not afraid of making gutsy calls. They've done several onside kicks at odd times of the game this year. So that time, a fake punt attempt is rebuffed by the Cubs. They have the ball, 1st and 10, trailing by a touchdown, 8:41 remaining in second quarter. There's movement.
I think we're going to go backwards.
That may be offside, though, first.
Offsides for Cheatham County, I believe.
To me, there may be a discussion. I saw CPA move before I saw Cheatham County move. They're going to say it's dead ball. Yes, you're right, Coach. There must have been a little bit of movement and then some CPA response.
Right.
And then a big move by Cheatham County's line.
A lot of those linemen will be actually trying to spot the football, and they'll move upon movement. So
1st and 15 from the 43. Potts in the gun. It's going to be a keeper for Potts. Potts looking for some room. Taken down nicely by Robert Brown.
Nothing there that time.
I think that's Brown over there. If I see, yes, 21 is Brown. What a nice tackle, shoestring tackle in the backfield. That's going to be a loss of 1. It's a good play by Brown on Potts' attempt to rush to the right. He had, if not for Brown, I think he had a little bit of room right there. So it'll be 8:15 to go, clock running, second quarter. Back in comes with the play, number 14, Matt Brown, a junior. They have a lot of young guys on this Cheatham County team. A good blend, actually. They had a lot of young guys last year. They played that game tough at CPA.
Yeah, they were very tough, as I remember last year. Very gutsy.
Tougher this year, probably. Potts, keeper again. Potts makes a nice move inside.
Very nice move.
He got past Landers. Landers had him dead to rights, but
made a beautiful cut.
That's going to be now 3rd down upcoming. And about 6, I think, from the 48. Well, maybe make it 5. 5.5. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd down, mid-range yardage coming up for the Cubs. So here's another big play with 7:24 to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, having those second and longs makes it really tough to eat up all that yardage coming into your 3rd down.
Potts going to go on a keeper. Tackle, no. Nichols had him at first, then it was several other Lions coming in. That'll be short of the 1st down by about, I think, 3 yards. Ball on the 45. They got to make the 42. It'll be 4th down. And what do? Yeah, go for it, don't you? Probably.
It's about 6 minutes left in the game, about almost 7 minutes.
Yeah, first half. they don't appear to. Well, we'll see what they do here. They make.
Both teams have pretty good defense.
Well, Potts is also the punter and the quarterback, so he could drop back. I guess we're doing a quick kick if he wants to.
Yeah, he could do a little quick kick or a little rugby kick.
They're going to go. Or maybe try to draw. Nope, it's going to be a pass play.
Again.
Dropped by Sweat. That's a big break for CPA. Sweat dropped it.
He was open.
Wide open. A turnover on downs as Sweat drops the ball. And Cheatham County will give it up. The Lions hold that time and take over at the 45 of CPA.
Well, obviously, Cheatham County respects CPA and wants to keep control of the ball as long as they can. So it's obvious that they were trying to continue down the field. But this puts CPA in pretty good position. If they could score before halftime, that would be huge.
And they've got 6:21 to do it. Mitchell in the gun. Mitchell with Chase Smith to his left. It's a high snap, but it's Smith. Smith, wide open. Smith. Still going. Smith churning. First down. Hold on to the football, and down he goes.
Beautiful run by Chase Smith.
At about the 42 of Cheatham County. So it's a first down, about a 13-yard run that time by Chase.
Really nice pull by Don Mitchell that time, coming around to the right side, and Chase Smith saw an opening over to the left. It was obvious that Cheatham County had over-pursued.
Smith again, up the middle. Smith squirting his way, moving, pushing the pile. There is a couple of linemen there. Paul Adams among them, and Connor Brown were pushing the pile. Nice job by the blockers, and Smith gets about 5, I think.
You know, those offensive linemen love it when they've got a back that really puts a good effort in, and they love to get him some extra yardage by helping him along.
5:46 to go. Yes, no question, move the pile. Here in the second quarter. Ball on the 37 of Cheatham County. About second down, 7. Mitchell passing. Who is it? Richard makes the catch. First down, yes. And out of bounds. Yes.
You can credit Chase Smith with the completion of that pass. He picked up a great blitzing linebacker coming up the middle. That's a hard block to make. You got to stand in there and take a lot of heat when you got a middle linebacker coming through ready to take somebody's head off.
Clock is stopped at 5:28. Well, now it's running again. Mitchell in the gun. Looks to the side. Plenty of time. All kinds of time, really. They may be able to score twice. You never know. But it's going to be a first down, getting close, probably real close to Osborne's field goal range, too, from here. It would be, falls on the 27 right now. It'll be about a 45-yard pass to Richard. Makes the catch.
Nice catch.
Thomas Richard.
Nice
touchdown,
catch.
Lions. 27-yard touchdown reception. Albert Mitchell to Thomas Richard makes the catch with 5 minutes on the clock, and now it's suddenly 20-7 CPA.
This is a big series for them to get up 2 scores before halftime. Now, might be able to get the ball back and score again, hopefully, if CPA can hold Cheatham County. So a beautiful pass by Albert Mitchell. That thing was on a rope.
Nice pass. A little bit of a juggle there momentarily for Richard. Then he brought it in. And on to attempt the kick is Osborne out of the hold of Manuel. Kick is on the way, and I believe curling in good.
It is good.
Over the fence into the – well, no, not yet. Almost to the fence. But 21-7. Lions go up with 5 minutes flat remaining on the clock, second quarter. So on that drive, they stop Cheatham County on 4th down, and then the momentum shifts back to CPA.
Exactly, and that's what you look for when you can get some good field position. When you're not having to drive 80 yards, and when you can get in there about a 50-yard short field, it really, really helps this time in the game, especially going into halftime. And obviously Coach Martin and his staff saw that opportunity and, as we said before, put the pedal to the metal.
That was I think that was it's a 55-yard drive.
Mm-hmm.
And big plays. Chase Smith had a big play in that drive. Richard, a couple of catches. A couple of runs by Smith. So Smith is quietly churning out some yardage. I don't have we'll get his numbers at halftime if we can, but having a good night so far.
And once again, CPA is doing a great job of balance between running the football and passing, and they're taking what Cheatham County is giving them. When Cheatham County packs the box against the run, then Albert Mitchell goes to work downfield with the football.
Kickoff. Taken. Up the middle. Again, some room, but it's going to close in on him about the 27. No, still going. Still going. What a run that time. Wow. Still going is number 12, Willie Presley, who's also the kicker. If I see that correctly, do I see number 12 on his jersey? I don't know.
Number 12.
So,
like you said, those jerseys are extremely hard to read.
Those red numbers, dark red numbers on black is a challenge. CPAs are hard, too. There's Robert Brown getting the crowd enthused down here, trying to get CPA's students and parents and fans, and they are getting loud. Good crowd for CPA. We've traveled really well this evening. Here's Potts. Gonna fumble. Nope. Hands it off. I thought he fumbled for a minute.
Goodness.
What a play.
I thought CPA was going to grab the ball out of Potts' hand that time.
Looked like it.
That was a beautiful defensive play that time. Sam Landers and
Smith.
Smith did a great job.
Some other guys. Hard to tell. CPA's done a good job, haven't they, of pursuing and having 4 or 5 guys in on the tackle.
The team tackling has been excellent. Sam Landers is headed up a lot of that. Obviously has great vision, good instincts, and is able to get there quick and hold them up.
There's Potts. 4:11 to go in the second quarter. Handoff up the middle. Decent run, tackled by Matt Keck and some others. I see Landers in on that too. Brown thought he had him earlier. It will be a gain of about 4. Bring up third down and about 4 to go. It's hard, the lines on the field are a little bit hard to read right now. The hash marks are kind of naturally worn out after all this football this year.
Absolutely. Well, as I said earlier, the Bermuda has gone dormant, and when you get that kind of that brown look, it's really hard to paint them. You typically have to paint them the night before, and sometimes the dew will fade that paint.
So third down and 4. It's a keeper and a pitch.
Option.
And maybe a first down, very close.
It's close, but CPA still did a great job.
Potts may be hurt.
CPA did a great job playing their man, and that's where you see you got to force that quarterback to make the pitch, and a lot of times the quarterback has to sacrifice his body to do that. So
he got up very slowly. Did Potts took a hit from, I think it might have been, well, I don't want to say it, maybe Landers. Somebody hit him really hard.
Might have been. So in those situations, you want to make sure that if you're close enough to get a hit in on him, to put that hit on him and make him not want to hold that football, because obviously he's dangerous with it.
Handoff at the middle. Nice tackle. Good play there by Chris Charles and Keck and some others. That was Dakota White on the carry, the senior, number 30. Clock at 2:44 and running. About second down, 8 to go. Well, they're going to say 7 now. The yard markers are getting moved a little slowly. I should look at the ball, not the yard marker, I guess.
I'm really impressed with CPA's defensive line and how they're occupying blockers, but also at the same time being able to shed blocks at the last minute and get in on some tackles.
Second and 7. Maybe offside that time. Whistle blows. Looked like maybe Benedict was offside, Alex Benedict.
Yeah, I think he might have jumped just a little bit.
Good to see the eagerness right there, but a little early. Yes, offside. That'll bring up second down now and only about 2 at the 50. So that's a break for Cheatham County.
It is, and it's CPA's trying to rotate their defensive linemen, keep them fresh and in their personnel. When you get Cheatham County has some pretty big young men, and you want to try to keep your linemen as fresh as you can and give some of the guys a rest every series or so.
Here's Potts. It's going to be a pass.
It is a pass.
Brown blitzing up in the air. Man down there. Broken up nicely. Who is that on the coverage? Number 18. Is that Godwin?
Godwin.
Will Godwin. Nice play there by the senior.
Chase Smith.
Defensive back. Smith was back there too. Godwin went up and broke it up, but Smith was there to help him. Good play. Brings up now third down and 2. Good play there by Cheatham County, though, to make that attempt on 2nd and 2, right?
It is, yeah. Take a shot down the field, and you can always go back to your run game. They've been pretty consistent at picking up positive yardage every time they run the football.
1:55 remaining here, second quarter. 3rd and 2 from the 50. It's about where Cheatham County was on the last drive. Potts, handoff to Dakota White. He'll get a first down and more. Big number 30 there, goes about 222. He's a big load to bring down, and good run right there. Gets the first down to the 45, which is where they ended their last drive, actually.
Yeah, a lot of times that's you get a guy like that who gets churning, and he's going north and south. That's like trying to tackle a fire plug.
No question. He was low center of gravity right there, too.
Yes.
He was down on the ground and falling forward for the first down. Handoff. No, keeper for Potts. Potts, tackle. Nice play right there by a couple Lions, including Landers. No, not Landers. It was Parker Howell, maybe? Yes, Parker Howell was one of the first to hit in that time, 66.
Not
good
much
play
there that time.
by the
Maybe
sophomore.
a yard.
Very little. Parker Howell, sophomore, makes the initial hit, and then, of course, his teammates were there to help him out. 1:17 to go. Now clock a factor for Cheatham County right now.
This would be really big if CPA could hold them to at least a field goal this time.
Handoff. Sweat hit. Sweat taken down by Chase
nice
Smith.
Tackle
Nicely
by
done.
Chase Smith with authority.
I almost said Sweat breaks the tackle, but before I could say it, Smith was on top of him like a cat on a mouse.
He closed fast.
And he really hit him hard. So a good play. Under 47 seconds to go now in the half. Timeout situation. There's one left for Cheatham County, I think, and 3 for CPA. Clock at 36 now. It's a factor, big factor for the Cubs. It's 3rd down and 7 to go from the 42 of CPA. Pass in the flat is dropped. That might have been a lateral.
It was behind
pass.
the if it's backwards, then he's got to pick it up, and they'll lose yardage on that.
Clock was running at 16 seconds. They're going to let it go, I guess. CPA will let it go. They could have called timeout there on 4th down, but they elect to let the clock run, I think. Yes. It's going to be halftime. Right? Yes. Yep. So Coach Martin there had all his timeouts left, but said, you know what, we're up 21-7. Let's go in the locker room and have a 2-score lead.
And CPA has done exactly what they needed to do so far this game by stopping Cheatham County early and getting some early scores in and taking control of the game.
No question, Coach Wall. And we'll say scoring summary. Chase Smith, 75 yards, I'm guessing on the number there. Touchdown run. Just 3 minutes into the game, 7-0 Lions. Osborne, pass reception from Mitchell. Beautiful pass through traffic from Mitchell at 2:48 of the first quarter, 14-0. Bowes for Cheatham County, number 87, makes the catch on a 16-yard reception. Wide open was he. It's 14-7. And then Thomas Richard, 27-yard touchdown catch from Mitchell after culminating a 55-yard drive to make it 21-7 Lions with about 5 minutes to go. And that was all the scoring in the first half. So the Lions lead 21-7, and the game has gone the way they wanted, as you say, pretty much the way they wanted it to go.
Yeah, when you get to this this deep into the playoffs, every team you play is good, and every team you are involved with or come up against are they're dangerous.
No question. And so here we are, 2 undefeated teams going at it 12-0. And we'll take a quick break and be back with you with some scores. About 19 minutes to go till second half action begins. And in the meantime, enjoy our CPA admissions video. And once again, Lions lead 21-7. Be back with you shortly for the second half.
A burning vision for a Christ-centered school was central to the ministry of Christ Presbyterian Church at its founding in 1981. The original building on this campus was designed primarily for Christian education and held the first worship service on May 13, 1984. After considerable sacrifice and prayer, Christ Presbyterian Academy opened its doors on September 3, 1985. It began as a kindergarten through 6th grade elementary school with 124 students and 11 faculty members. A grade was added each year until the original 6th grade class eventually became the first graduating class of 8 seniors in 1992. Christ Presbyterian Academy operates within a triangular partnership of home, church, and school, all building into the lives of students. As a covenant school, every family has at least one Christian parent who trusts that our covenant-keeping God will maintain their family's line of faith by bringing their child to a saving relationship with Jesus Christ. By choosing Christian education, parents embrace both belief in God's faithfulness and also parental responsibility to raise their children according to God's truth. This philosophy brings families to CPA from 30 different zip codes in the mid-state that represent about 75 different churches. Every education has a worldview. In Christian education, the worldview is based on the truth of God, which is revealed in His Word, the Bible, and made flesh in the person of Jesus Christ. Through a Christian worldview, we see that God is the inspiration of great art and literature, the sovereign director of events throughout history, and the author and creator of the physical world. Under the guidance of wise and godly faculty members, students at CPA have the opportunity to thoughtfully reflect upon and apply a Christian worldview to all facets of the academic disciplines. It means viewing everything from the complex formulas of physics to the American Revolution to the epic poems of Homer through the lens of the gospel. With precision and excellence, CPA teaches students how to filter all knowledge and life through God's truth. Students are equipped to impact our culture by making great films, writing great literature, producing great music, leading successful businesses, healing through medicine, being godly spouses and parents, or doing whatever it is God has specifically called them to do with excellence and for God's glory. Our school motto is Soli Deo Gloria, which is Latin for To God Alone Be the Glory. We strive to bring honor to God in every aspect of the academy and each student's life. Whether our students are involved in fine arts, athletics, student government, rigorous academic classes, or any other aspect of the school, the scope of that experience is designed to develop their God-given gifts and bring glory to Him. Ultimately, knowledge must be applied in order to take root and grow. Thus, students have the opportunity to learn through experience beyond the traditional classroom. Everyone is a creative being made in the image of a creative God. Studying the concepts of color, light, form, rhythm, harmony, order, and expression reveal more of the character of God. Therefore, CPA believes that studying and participating in fine arts are necessary for a strong education. Through opportunities for growth in understanding, appreciation, and enjoyment of different art forms, all students are encouraged to discover their relationship to the arts. God has gifted each individual with unique talents and abilities in order to accomplish His purposes, and it is important to provide a learning environment for students to uncover and exercise their different artistic talents and abilities. The athletic program at CPA is designed to develop characteristics that allow students to win with humility, lose with grace, and persevere to achieve goals. Teams from elementary through high school compete in a structure that is age-appropriate, competitive, and focused on skills. Athletics promote individual development and discipline, willingness to sacrifice for the team, and pursuit of the highest degree of excellence possible. Participating in athletics allows students to connect and interact with a wide variety of schools throughout Middle Tennessee. Having an athletic program is not what makes us special. The difference at CPA is having the privilege to share Christ in a unique way through our words and actions as athletes, coaches, parents, friends, and family members. Teaching servant leadership is also a key element for students from kindergarten through 12th grade. All students are given opportunities to participate in mission-minded activities that flesh out the love of God by serving others. Every year, student-led service projects support ministries and organizations both here in Nashville and around the world. As CPA strives to produce leaders for the next generation, we teach students that true leadership is found in service. Whatever they do in life and wherever they may go, they are prepared to make an impact by exercising their faith. CPA has graduates scattered throughout the nation and the world, armed with God's truth, proclaiming His message of faith, hope, and love. Alumni can be found serving in areas such as healthcare, law, business, construction, professional arts and athletics, missions, and practically any other occupation you can imagine. CPA students have gone on to play college sports and signed Division I scholarships in basketball, football, volleyball, soccer, cross country, track, swimming, baseball, softball, and golf. Fine arts students have achieved successful careers, including winning Emmy Awards, appearing in primetime shows on NBC and ABC, signing record contracts with RCA and other major labels, performing on Broadway, and appearing in motion pictures and more. CPA has always defined its greatest success by the words of 3 John 4. I have no greater joy than to hear that my children are walking in the truth. Seeing our students come to know God is our highest calling.
Now, as you see coming around, if everyone would give a big wave and everything of ovation, here comes Grace Jones, Fred, and Ralph Spangler. Big round of applause for Ralph Spangler.
a smooth 13.4 yards catching. And we talked about the diversity in passing attack now, and it not all being about Thomas Richard. How about this? Thomas Richard, 4 catches, 67 yards and a touchdown. J.R. Osborne, 4 catches, 50 yards and a touchdown. That's what we're talking about when we're talking about moving the ball around, and they're doing a tremendous job of that. All right, we're going to get a break in here. We'll come back. We'll set up the second half for you as well. 21-7 is our score. CPA in front of Cheatham County. We'll be back with more halftime activities right after this on National Sports Radio. National Sports Radio. What's the other game on the other side? You know?
There's one more. You're right.
Who is these games? I mean, really, right now, you want 3A.
You want 3A?
Yeah, just start 3A again. Last one.
Elizabeth, 28, Sullivan Moore, 20.
Oh, yeah? How's that app? What app are you listening to? Our regular app right now? You got the only phone there. Yeah. We've had people testing. We've had about half a dozen people. Yeah. We've had a half a dozen people trying it, testing it, and Ben has an iPhone, and his works. 28. We're going to have to figure out what he used to tune in apps. So Elizabeth. Well, I think it's the Verizon phones are the only one. Like, it works okay for your dad too, but the Verizon has the best 4G. The app is too touchy. If you don't have 4G, and the thing is, everybody talks about 4G. There's not a lot of 4G. You know, Verizon phones are working okay, and it's not. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was. We had a guy that had AT&T, Bama Zach tried it in Alabama with AT&T. They don't have any 4G in North Alabama. He has an iPhone. He has an iPhone 4 with AT&T 3G service, and he can't get it. The app flows, but the audio doesn't. So we're just going to read. I think what we're going to do is.
All right, about 5 minutes to go here until second half action is scheduled to begin.
Have you ever seen the tune-in?
Cheatham County, you can see they're 21-7. It's halftime here in Ashland City in this big quarterfinal game. If we can, we'll get some scores from other games for you.
Yeah, but what we want to do is use Joe's.
Right now, it's a bit of a challenge to do that, but the game everyone wants to know about, of course, is that Milan game. Milan against Hickman County. Hickman County Milan over at Milan tonight. It's a familiar spot for CPA fans from last year. This time last year, or next week last year, I guess. Lions were heading to Milan for that big semifinal matchup. And a similar atmosphere to this one, really. A big crowd for the home team. In that case, of course, CPA was on the other side. The fans were 2 sets of stands, and the fans at CPA were on the other side of the field. In this case, one big happy family over here. CPA to our right down below, and Cheatham County's fans to our left. Actually, I'm standing on exactly the halfway point of the press box here, looking straight down at the demarcation line. Left is a lot of red and black, and to our right is a fair amount of purple and gold and white. It's kind of, I think it's a whiteout night. A lot of fans CPA wearing white, but most people are wearing coats. Actually, it's gotten rather cold tonight as the evening has gone on. Again, this is Phil Newman bringing the broadcast along with our special guest, Mr. Coach Mike Wall, who just is back in the press box. Coach Wall, longtime coach and broadcasting instructor and other things at CPA, and knows the game of football for sure. And I'm pleased to be with him tonight in the booth. And about 2.5 minutes to go, we don't see their team out yet from the locker room. I was curious about Coach Martin, what he would do, because the CPA locker room is in the high school, which is a couple hundred yards from the field up the hill. I'm not sure if he had his guys up there or in the bus or what, but the home locker room is right beside the field, right behind the right behind the field.
Come back to here.
Yep, that's fine. And so I think the Lions probably are making their way right now from the high school. In fact, I think I see them walking down the. I do walking way up near the school. It's like good. It may be maybe 400 yards. It's a long way from the field to the visitors' locker room, which is in the high school building near the gym, compared to the field house I've got down here, which is only enough, I guess, room for the home team. So.
Yeah, a lot of times you'll find when you travel to new venues that sometimes your facilities that you have to dress in and get ready in are not the most hospitable.
No question.
And so I can remember many trips that we've taken, and sometimes we've changed in cafeterias, and we've been hustled around different areas of a school and had to walk hundreds of yards, and so it's always interesting when you travel. And you know what? That's part of the maturity and growth, and one of the things I really love about football and coaching
is the character building. Who knows where you're going to end up? I'm looking now at the TLSAA. I don't see any scores updated yet. They usually have the brackets. So about this time, they'll start putting scores up. MurphyFair.com or on the association website. Nothing yet. So it's all blanks right now. And the blanks, let me go ahead and go through the blanks. Elizabethton and Sullivan North are in the quarterfinal up in Quad 1. Quad 2 is Alcoa and CAK. That's a big game tonight.
That's a big game.
Over at Alcoa.
That would be a fun one to watch, too.
No question. But don't watch that one. If you're watching this game, stay with us. I think it may be on the air. I'm not sure, but this game is a good one, too. Then in this quadrant, Quad 3, it's Cheatham County, of course, hosting CPA. And then Quadrant 4, we've mentioned already, is Hickman County at Milan. And so the 4 winners will advance to the semifinals next week to be hosted. Well, this one will be hosted by Cheatham County or CPA based on the seedings. So Cheatham County comes in as the number 1 seed in this quadrant, CPA the number 2. And
that'd be wonderful to have a nice home game next week.
That would be great. And the other quad, Milan's a number 3 seed, and they're playing against Hickman County, which is a number 4 seed. So down there, South Gibson was number 1 seed, but they were knocked off in the first round by East Hickman. East Hickman came in at 4-6. The 8th seed won that game, and they lost to Hickman County. So Hickman County right now is at 8-4, and Milan is, I believe, at 10-2. Yes. Here come the Lions onto the field after that long trek from base camp in the locker room. And they'll have a quick warm-up, perhaps.
I don't think they need to warm up.
I say they're already warm.
I think they're warm.
They're already they took the long way. They walked in here from Fairview just now. Just about. Speaking of Fairview, they were a formidable opponent for Cheatham County last week. It was close late, and then the Cubs pulled away with a couple late scores. But and Fairview, it was almost going to be a district opponent for CPA next year, but not. Last minute, there was a vote was clarified, and Fairview was moved out. And speaking of which, the Lions have, if you didn't see the email, CPA has been assigned by TLSAA to District 12 AA for next year, beginning in the fall of 2013 for 4 years. CPA will compete in a 6-team district, which is CPA, Page, Spring Hill, Marshall County. We have some scores. And one other I forget, but in a moment. Hold on. Goodness gracious. Okay, well, CAK, is that right? Are they tied in the fourth quarter? Oh, my goodness. 30. CAK and Alcoa tied at 30 in the fourth quarter. Wow, what a barn burner there. Let's see if we can get Elizabethton is defeating Sullivan North at the moment in the fourth quarter, 28-20. What about Milan? Let's see if we can see them. There's CPA and Cheatham County, 21-7, of course, this game. There's Milan, 28-0 over Hickman County in the second quarter. So it's early, but Milan's way ahead. So if this shapes up, it'll be Milan visiting either Cheatham County or CPA next week. And that could be a very interesting rematch from last year if CPA is involved.
And that's what you got to love about high school football. You know, when you get two teams that have obviously seen each other before in the playoffs, and then you get a second shot at them. That's the fun and the beauty of high school football.
No question. All Right now they're playing the song Gangnam Style on the speaker, which reminds me of gang tackling style that CPA has used a lot. How's that for a segue, right?
That's a great segue.
In the first half, you saw a lot of initial hits that have been good, and then 3 or 4 guys coming to seal the deal.
Absolutely. CPA's defense has stepped up. They've played their responsibilities well when they needed to on the option. The defensive line has done an excellent job to take up a lot of blockers to let Sam Landers and Matt Keck and Houston Nichols work their job, their responsibilities on the defense. So everything is working real well now, and CPA just needs to go ahead and start to close the deal.
No question. Here we go, Gangnam Style. We got some dancers up here. That Cheatham County dance team was really good at halftime. The cheerleaders, outstanding. Good group. First, okay, so a lot of award-winning dance and cheerleading going on here at Cheatham County. Second half about to begin. If you were just joining us or missed the summary earlier, it was Smith, Osborne, and Richard, touchdowns for CPA, and Bose, touchdown for Cheatham County to make the scoring. It'll be the Lions who won the toss at the beginning of the game and deferred, receiving with Chase Smith and Max Presley deep. Not that deep, actually, about the 20-yard line. They must have scouted and know that they don't kick the ball long here. That is the Cubs. They're the 17, so they're expecting a squibber here. It's a big lineman taking the kick. So watch out. Yep, it is an onside type kick. That's dangerous. Picked up by Richard, out of bounds he goes. So it'll be spotted where? Somewhere around the 35, I think. That's a dangerous kick right there, but Richard, good hands.
That is a dangerous kick. Those are hard to handle, and sometimes if you don't have a good deep kickoff man, it's good to go ahead and some people will do a sky kick to a certain
straight
point,
up,
maybe the 20, 25-yard line, almost straight up, and then other ones will do the squib, which is a lot of times can be hard to handle, or you'll hit somebody and it'll bounce off.
That must have worked for them this year. That's something I think. There's movement by Manuel. A flag goes down. Andrew Manuel on the far left was going to go in motion, I think, and maybe he thought the play was starting. So it'll be 5 yards marched off. Lions will have it now, 1st and 15 at the 39 or 29 rather.
And you sure don't want to see that starting off with mental lapses at the beginning of the second half, but
no question. Just underway. 11:58 here in the third. It's a handoff to Smith. Left side, Smith. A lot of room. Smith, nice. Smith hits the cornerback there and carries him for a yard or two. Good run by Smith. Gets the corner momentarily. Gets the penalty back plus about 3.
Manuel made up for that penalty. Made a nice block on the corner there.
No question. He's probably wide awake right now. So 2nd down, 7 to go. In motion is Osborne. Handoff Smith again. Smith going to his right. Smith with Hooper there. Hooper blocking. Smith running. Nice play right there by Chase Smith. Tackled by Potts finally. Nice blocking out front by Jack Hooper.
Jack Hooper had number, I think it was number 9 on the run there. He wasn't sure what he was going to do. And he wasn't going to take Jack on head up.
Jack's a big man. Here's a handoff Smith the other side. Smith cuts it up front. Smith still going. Smith moving his legs. Nice run for Chase Smith.
Nice hard-nosed run.
Tackle made. Very frustrated right there. Excuse me, Mike. It's Jeffrey Newman. Hey, Newman, number 10 on the tackle. I like that guy's name. But he got frustrated. He couldn't quite bring him down where he wanted to.
Jack Hooper and Don Mitchell leading the charge that time on a pull left. So here they go again.
It's Presley this time. Max Presley cutting up. Presley back outside. Presley, scat. Oh, my goodness. Presley, look at him go. Max, what a run. Presley juked in, juked out. Man. And he gained a 1st down and a lot more. All the way down to the 24.5. 24, actually, of Cheatham County.
Once again, pulling the guards and Don Mitchell out leading the way. Made a beautiful block, controlling his man, getting his hands on him and making him commit. And Max Presley, just great vision, able to use the block and get on down the field.
Max, again, that time not quite as much, maybe a gain of 2 or 3. Good tackling right there. A couple hits, hard hits from Cheatham County to bring him down. 10:21 third quarter. So right now they're rotating Presley and Smith quite a bit. It's Smith back in the game right now with Mitchell and Landers in the backfield. Richard on one side and Brown split out along with Osborne on the other side, the right side. Hand off Smith. Smith, a lot of room. Smith spinning. Smith still going.
Nice spin.
Look at Smith. Look at Smith. Inside the 10, the 5.
Beautiful
and
run.
Down at about, what? The 2, maybe the 1. Where are they going to spot it? What a run. Smith would not go down.
Hard-nosed football. Got to love the way that Chase Smith is running the football. It is a beautiful sight. Love to see that toughness. He's not a huge guy, but he runs with authority.
First and goal, handoff, Smith. No, Smith. Touchdown.
All right.
Up the middle. Well, off tackle, I guess, to the right. Chase Smith scores on a handoff from Mitchell. It's good blocking up front, and it's 27-7 all of a sudden for CPA with 9:48 to go here in the third.
And this is exactly what CPA needed to do, take the football from the kickoff and methodically work their way down the field and score once again, putting Cheatham County behind the 8 ball. Osborne.
Kick is
up and
good by J.R. Osborne. So Lions won the toss, deferred, took the kickoff, drove all the way down from what was, I believe, just inside the 30. So 70-plus yard drive.
And got to give some love to the offensive lineman on that because Max Presley and Chase Smith, there were some beautiful holes there for them to get through and get out in the open. And one of the things you got to love is Don Mitchell and Jack Hooper. And it's not just those two guys pulling, but it's people like Connor Brown and Paul Adams and James Elliott who are making sure that those defensive linemen are taken care of and doing their job. And that's one of the hardest things to do is make sure that your offensive linemen are all doing everything they need to do every play. You got 5 guys that work together as a machine, and they're doing a nice job of that tonight.
No question. So it will be Lions up by 3 scores now. Trying to go 13-0. For the second time, I think, in school history. Lions went 15-0 once before, if memory serves. 2000, that first state championship game, or rather victory. Here is Osborne to kick. It will go to the left side. Be caught on a line drive. Nice catch right there. And tackle made here about the 26 or so. So good coverage that time by CPA. And a bullet of a kick. Osborne, of course, many people know he's an outstanding soccer player, has a strong leg.
Absolutely.
Can blast that ball.
He's got one of the strongest legs I've seen in high school football.
Earlier I started to talk about who these teams had beaten to this point. For Cheatham County, they defeated Fairview in the first game, then Sycamore, Montgomery Central, Mount Pleasant, Camden Central, Joe Burns, Stewart County, Waverly Central, Creekwood, Harpeth, Grundy County, and then Fairview again in the playoffs. As you see, CPA's defense now motioning to its fans to get them up on their feet and excited with 9:41 here to go in the third. So a good long run here for Cheatham County in this season, including 2 victories over Fairview.
No question, Cheatham County has had an excellent season, and they still are. They're not going to go away quietly.
No question. Here is Potts handing off Sweat. Sweat left side, a couple yards, and he gets hit hard by Elliott, along with Smith, Brown, and Keck. Wow, nice play there. Maybe a couple yards, but those were tough, hard-earned yards for Sweat. It'll be about second down and 8 to go from the 29. Maybe 7.
And there's that gang tackling you were talking about earlier that you got to love.
A lot of
get
pursuit.
One guy on the football, and here comes the pursuit.
It's under center. Potts, keeper this time, trying to get around the edge. He's cut off by Smith. Good job by Chase Smith to turn that one in, didn't he?
James did a good job that time turning that one in.
As our Keith Jackson used to say, I think some of these boys aren't going to be too nimble at the dance later. A lot of hard hits in this game.
There is some hard hitting at this game, and there's some big bodies in there that are leaning on the Lions, but the Lions are responding and being very physical tonight.
8:38, and the clock is running third quarter. Under center again will come Mitchell Potts. Potts, a senior, 6 foot, 180. Two backs behind him are Sweat and White. It is a handoff.
A nice gain that time. Looks like it might be a first down.
First down run for Dakota White. He's that fire plug we talked about earlier, Coach.
They're really utilizing
5'7",
him tonight.
222. 5'7", 222. And they're using them, as you say. He's good.
It's like trying to tackle a tree stump.
A tree, what was that?
Tree stump.
A tree stump. You can't do it. You have to get underground to tackle that guy,
That's
right? And dig a hole first. 8:12 to go. First down. Potts on the keeper. Nice tackle by James Elliott. Wow. No gain.
I love that. James Elliott was not going to let him out of his grasp.
Elliott rocking that one. Wow. So that'll be, well, they're going to give him 1 yard on that one, so it'll be second down and 9. Under 8 to go in the third. We're getting close to the kind of the game where there might, well, we'll see. Not yet maybe on the, if you're Cheatham County, do you abandon your game plan yet, or do you wait till a little bit later?
I think if they can kind of keep things rolling and pick up some first downs, they'll be happy. There it is, little naked boot. And
slowed up by Brown, and not much. Robert Brown did not give him the corner, and then his teammates arrived to help, including, I think, who was over there? Hooper, a bunch of guys.
Great pursuit.
Smith, Elliott, half the defense. So Robert Brown was trying to be the block, I think, by the tight end there, maybe, and it didn't deter Brown from at least forcing Potts back inside.
Right.
7 minutes to go, third quarter. Third down, a big one now. Third down and 9. 4 down territory, maybe, from the 41 of, no, maybe not. We'll see. Handoff. It's a reverse fumble. Ball is
down.
loose. Recovered by CPA, I think. You're right, Coach Wall. Well, we'll see who comes out of there with it. Looked like the Lions may have recovered, but now there's
certainly had the opportunity.
There's a scrum for it. It may be a tie. Would that go to the Cubs if it's a tie down there? Offensive team, they're going to say that's a hand up.
Yep, I think he got wrestled away. CPA was definitely there first.
Somebody had it for the Lions.
I think Dakota White might have.
Well, I think that may be Sweat.
Or Sweat.
It was,
I think he ripped it out of his hands.
Desmond Sweat, I think, was able to wrestle it away. It looked like he came out of the pile. Boy, for a minute you thought the Lions had it. Either way, it's a loss, and it brings up a fourth down and about 13. So it's still a positive result.
You would love to have the ball there right on about the 35-yard line, but
no question. That'd be nice, too. Back at his 25 to punt. And it's Potts punting it toward Osborne. Makes the catch, does he? Oh, yes. Looking for room. Goes up the sideline and has a seam. Osborne with some running room up past the 50. Still going to the 40.
Nice return.
What a run by JR.
Nice return. Got it back to about the 40-yard line. That was a gutsy run by Osborne.
Osborne took it up a little bit of a crack on the left sideline and danced his way and then hit a couple guys hard down to the 40 or so. Yes, the 40 of Cheatham County. So with 5:41 on the clock in the third, it'll be Lions taking over after the return by J.R. Osborne. Connor Brown under center. Or rather, he is the center. Takes the ball in his right hand. He'll snap it to Mitchell in the gun. Mitchell, hand off to Smith, left side Smith, cuts it up, bounces outside, and he'll be hit hard and go down after about a 3-yard gain that time.
Smith once again running really well, and you'll take those 3-yard gains on first down. That makes it 2nd and 7. It brings your options open, and you're not pressing so hard to get downfield. So once again, CPA being very patient and very balanced with their offense.
Not much passing second half. For Lions, a lot of running, and that may continue. We'll see. But right now, 5:07 to go. Handoff Smith. Smith breaks a tackle. Smith will get a first down and more. Smith is going. Oh, out of bounds. My goodness.
Smith, just good, tough running.
Wow. Yes, I keep saying wow, but that's what I'm feeling when I see those guys breaking tackles like that. It's impressive.
You know, once again, he has great vision, but he has great strength in being able to run through a tackle. You cannot arm tackle Chase Smith.
And Coach Brian Epps, of course, and you've got some of that in your history too, the strength coach. And that's Presley going down. Nice tackle that time in the backfield by Cheatham County. I can't see the number from here. I apologize.
I think they sniffed that one out all the way.
Nice play. One of the linemen for the Cubs made a really good play that time on Presley, and it will be a loss. Bring up third down and back to about 10. So the first 3 and then a loss of about 3 or so. Timeout called by whom? Referee.
On the referee.
I was going to say, though, but
got an equipment issue, I think, on Cheatham County.
Whether it's Coach Epps or whoever the strength coaches are, they're very, very critical, and they don't get a lot of the glamour. The head coach gets a lot of the glamour. But those strength coaches make a difference, don't they?
Coach Epps is a marvelous strength coach. He not only he loves those guys, but he pushes them every single time to get the most out of them. And he's been a marvelous addition to have back at CPA a second time.
Flag down. Thanks to John Craig getting an update here on some scores. Milan, of course, is still ahead, 28-0. CAK is 38-36 in the fourth quarter over Alcoa. Wow. That's a close, high-scoring game. Those two teams are very evenly matched over there. Thanks, John Craig. Okay. 4:12 to go. Mitchell the pass to Manuel. Flag could have been thrown that time.
I think they got tangled up. I'm not sure if it was in their feet. I didn't see any hands, so it might have just been on their feet. And a lot of times they'll let them play, especially since CPA has a 3-score lead.
There was some body-to-body going on right there. As you said, Coach, you didn't see a lot of hands or arms up. It was more jostling of bodies, I guess, if you will. It'll bring up third down and 5 for Lions at the 25. Clock is running. No, it stopped. I guess it stopped on the pass. Sorry about that. 4:07 to go here in the third. Mitchell, blitz coming, picked up nicely by Smith. Looking downfield.
Oh, that definitely looked like an early hit, and that was definitely
no call.
They were not calling.
Richard got leveled right there. If nothing else, it's a defenseless receiver. I mean, he got smacked. Maybe
he did get smacked that time. That looked like it was. To me, that looked like it was definitely an early hit.
Maybe they ruled it as uncatchable ball. Hard to tell from here.
I don't know. It looked to me like he had an opportunity. So.
Sure did. Either way, it's fourth down. Lions are going to go for it. 4th and 5, no field goals. Well, maybe they'll call a timeout and talk about it. I thought I heard a whistle blow. I guess I didn't. 4 minutes, 4 and 1 second in the third quarter. In motion is Osborne.
A 3 on this
Mitchell,
side. There
blitz
you
coming
go.
again.
There it is.
It's going to be Robert Brown is open. First down and more. Brown
Beautiful.
Inside the 10 to about the 8. Nice play.
Very nicely done. Looked like Osborne came over in motion on this side of the field and took off upfield and took a couple of the defenders with him, and it cleared the way for Robert Brown.
So first and goal at the 8 now for CPA. 3:47, third quarter clock running. Lions trying to add to their lead. 3-score lead. And then we'll see. If they can score, we'll see if the Cubs go into more of a passing game. And once again, we see that there is maybe some buffering going on. Here's Smith on a handoff, makes a move. Smith the outside. Chase Smith. Good job by Smith. Eluded the first tackler.
Nothing there at all.
Made something out of nothing.
Created something there.
He made something, a couple yards there from nothing. Well, they're going to give him maybe a yard or, well, let's see, call it 2, I think. Hard to tell from this angle, but I think it's going to be at the 6. Or 6.5. So second and goal. Now it's Chris Charles in the backfield along with Smith. Mitchell going to pass it for Osborne. Hey, he has him open. Osborne, what happened?
He dropped it.
Incomplete. Osborne recovers, I think. Well, I thought JR fell on it, but we'll see if there was any more wrestling going on at the bottom of the pile right there. Was it a catch? I guess it was ruled a catch.
It looked like a catch, and it looked like the defender might have gotten his arms in there and pulled one of his arms loose. So,
well, the result is it'll be Lions football at what appears to be the 10. So 3rd down and goal, yes, a loss of about 4 yards. Well, give credit. JR was fighting there for the end zone, and
he was
giving his all. Osborne in motion to the right. 4 receivers set, 1 back with Mitchell. And with 2:21 rather, clock running. Mitchell going to pass it for Richard.
Oh,
incomplete. Almost got his head taken off that time by Potts.
The ball was delivered, but it was right in there. And Thomas Richard saw that defender coming, and that's very hard to concentrate on the football when you got a guy coming at you that way.
I think Potts appeared to turn around and say something to Richard, but I don't know. When you're down by 3 scores, we'll see if that talking is effective or not. I don't know. It'll be Osborne to attempt a field goal from the 17.5 or so. So it'll be about a 27-yarder.
I see him stretching there. I hope he's loose enough to.
Left hash, roughly. Kick is up and good. Not long, but good enough. Long enough. And it will be Osborne, 27-yard. We'll call it 27-yard field goal. And the Lions will go up now 31-7 with 2:11 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Checking. We had some scores up earlier, I think. Did we have scores? We'll see if we can get some scores up again. Again, thanks to those who've texted. Darren Thomas, I think I heard from him a couple times. We've had some trouble with our internet connection being cutting out. So if it cuts out on you, just refresh the page and we'll do our best. It's I think we're out in the country here, and it's a little bit rural, so it's tough to get a signal that's consistent. And
Let me go back. Okay.
We'll see if we can get some. So kicking off will be Osborne. And from the 40, it's a kind of a line drive to the left side. May go out of bounds. No, picked up by Sweat over there at the 5. Looking for room. Nice tackle by Xander Isaacs. Xander Isaacs, the junior, comes under, takes the legs off from under of Sweat. And Sweat gets up very gingerly that time. Good play by Xander that time.
Still searching for scores here. My fingers have gotten cold.
It's a little bit chilly up here. We have a little bit of space heater going on down at our feet, at least.
I think I'm sucking up all that heat.
Maybe so. Well, I have enough hot air coming out of my mouth, my wife would tell you, so that's keeping me warm. Let's see here. It'll be 1st down for Cheatham County at about the. There's a big delay here. The referees are talking about something. And I'm not sure about which. About what. The referee is standing at about the 17. I think ready to spot the ball. That's where the yard markers are as well.
Looks like there's an update on the final is CAK. Looks like CAK 38, Alcoa 36.
So
that's
good.
What I'm getting as a final. So CAK. Is one in that quadrant. Looks like we've got a tie with Sullivan North and Elizabeth, and there's 50 seconds left in the game. So that's a nail biter also.
Wow.
And then
here's a handoff to Sweat. Sweat going to his left, tackled made nicely by Chase Smith that time after about 4 yards.
It was like Milan was still leading.
Milan's way ahead in their game, so Milan looks like will be advancing on to the semifinals again. They have been successful.
They've got a great program
many years.
up there.
Yes.
And that's what you want when you get to the semifinals, when you get to the quarterfinal, semifinals. That's what you want. You want good programs. Quality football.
Pass open is Brinkley, makes the catch. He may go. Isaac's trying to catch him and will not. Touchdown that time for number 8, Thatcher Brinkley, the senior. Pass from Potts. And on a second down play, Cheatham County gets a score to bring it back to within what will be 31-14 pending the extra point.
And once again, they had a man wide open that time. It's obviously something CPA did not expect on that particular down. That was a second down. So trying to get back into the football game. They definitely do have a passing attack.
No question. Haven't passed much all year, and here they've had two scores on passes tonight against type. Going to go for 2. They don't kick much, I don't think. Potts going to pass again. Potts looking. It's broken up by Smith. Nice play by Chase Smith. And also on the coverage there was Landers. And he had help, I think, also from Alden Seeger, 27, if I see that correctly. So it'll be 31-13 as the point after is no good. Rather, the point after the 2-point conversion attempt, no good. So as we said, Milan's winning. CAK came back, defeated Alcoa tonight to move on. And earlier there was that close game that Alcoa had won in the regular season. They had beaten in district play. They beat CAK to get the number 1 seed, but now CAK returned the favor and defeated them.
Isn't that the way that happened last year, if I remember correctly?
Well, maybe so. Well, Alcoa's
CAK to advance.
It's always those two teams are always neck and neck over in Knoxville and East Tennessee. Christian Academy of Knoxville. Of course, this gives us a chance to say congratulations to our soccer girls again, who a couple weeks ago defeated CAK for the state championship in AAA. Could we be heading for a CPA-CAK game in another sport?
Could be.
We will certainly hope so. Well, we hope CPA is on the one half of that at least. CAK would have to be a prohibitive favorite against either Sullivan North, Elizabethton or Sullivan North. Heading for Cookeville in 2 weeks. Here's that onside kick. Taken. Nice play there. Who was it? It's Whitaker, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Will Whitaker makes the good hands play there.
And typically in this time of the game, when you've got a team down, you bring your hands team out in the front, put those guys that you can trust that typically will be able to grab that football. It does take funny bounces.
Certainly does. Shout out also to the guys to our immediate left up here in this press box. It's the guys from 560 AM radio. They've been doing a lot of our games this year on the radio. We certainly appreciate that. Here's Mitchell. Hand off to Smith. Smith going to his right. Smith gets the corner. Not quite. He will go down after only about 2-yard gain. Fumble. Maybe they're going to say it was
for the ball.
Well, the referee's looking for the ball. They may say it's a fumble.
No, I think we got it back. Second down.
Who had it? Let's see who comes out of there with it. I think it is Smith, I think. Either way, it's CPA football at the 49 of Cheatham County. 47 seconds in the third remaining. Cheatham County's going to blitz again, probably. They're certainly showing blitz. It's 8 in the box, right? Again, or actually 7 in the box.
Yeah, they just moved a man out on the slot receiver. It looks like he may be
now
coming back in.
8 in the box. There they are. Everybody's
coming off
7 coming.
Yep.
And Osborne makes the catch. Osborne will be tackled down. Nice play by the defender right there. But Osborne with a positive gain, about 4 or 5.
Nice read by Albert Mitchell. He saw that linebacker come in for the blitz and knew immediately that Osborne would be open out on that little out route.
Tackle made by number, I can't tell, on the far right. I just can't see the numbers. I apologize. If Cheatham County fans are watching them, I don't mean to slight your players. I just can't see their numbers. It's Smith on the carry. Smith, a lot of room. Smith, 1 man to beat, 2 men actually. And he's taken down. Nice tackle there, but he gets a first down and much more for CPA all the way down the 32-yard line. The senior is chewing up yardage.
Absolutely, and it looks like we're going to walk down to the other end of the field, and they're holding up 4 fingers for the fourth quarter. So CPA definitely is on the move to score again, and let's hope that they can will continue to put pressure on Cheatham County.
And that is it.
They bring you food? You took an order and didn't bring any food. Oh.
I'm talking to Al Smith right there. Al, along with Tom Abraham, 560 AM radio announcers. Al, someone took his water. Al, former, he's a big dude, former, I think, NFL player, and whatever he says, I'm going to say yes, sir, to. Is that smart?
That is smart. I think that you're a wise man.
He's a very nice fella and a big fella. Okay, so after 3, recapping. Smith, Osborne, Richard touchdowns in the first half for CPA. Bose for Cheatham. It was 21-7 at the half. Smith on a 1-yard run in this quarter, or the third quarter rather, at 9:48, 28-7 Lions. Osborne a 27-yard field goal, make it 31-7 with 2:11 to go. And then Brinkley makes the long touchdown catch for Cheatham County at 1:17 in the third quarter, and the extra point attempt for 2 was stopped. And there we stand. First down, Lions at the 32 of Cheatham County. Presley with the handoff. Presley, can he make the corner? No. Good defense right there, but Max fights to the end, but he's taken down way back in the backfield. That's a big loss of about 7 yards. Good defense there by the Cubs. They didn't give him the corner. And the ball is spotted on the 40, so it'll be now second down and
about 18?
17 or 18, yeah.
Yeah, Cheatham County is obviously looking for a big stop here. They feel like they got a little momentum, but
trailing by 18 points, though. Is that right? Yes, 18 points. Is my math that good? Wait a minute. 31 minus 13. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
We'll
second and long.
Mr. Miller at the end of
I need Mr. Miller to teach me some. Richard makes the catch.
Beautiful catch.
Touchdown. CPA. Mitchell to Richard on second down and long. Touchdown CPA. Thomas Richard with his second touchdown catch of the night. Lions go up now 37-13 with 11:01 remaining here in the fourth.
And once again, a beautiful pass right on the money. Thomas Richard did not even have to break stride and got behind the defender. So once again, Albert Mitchell delivers a beautiful pass on a rope. Thomas Richard.
Osborne, no, actually it's Ben Hooper on the attempt. Blocked partially, gets over. No, I thought it went over anyway, but it was no good. So that's the senior. Hooper comes in to attempt, and maybe a piece of it. Good play there by the Cheatham County defense to block it. So 37-13, which I think was the score of last week's game against Westmoreland at the end. That was the final. Anyway. So it's been really the Richard, Osborne, and Smith show in terms of offensive output, but you got to talk about Albert Mitchell. His passes have been deadly accurate tonight.
They have.
For the most part.
I can't remember very many incompletes.
One or two. I remember one to Richard that was short,
yeah,
but not many. He's been on target.
Yeah. And just very efficient. Of course, the run game helps set up a lot of that. And Cheatham County knows that as CPA runs the ball, they're just chewing up clock. So
no question, the clock is running. Well, it has been running, and it's down to 11 minutes to go in the game. Here's the kick. Short one, this time picked up at about the 20. Some running room. Tackle made by Spencer Woods there. Nice play with some help from Benedict. So Spencer Woods, number 48, and Alex Benedict on a decent run back, though, for Cheatham County up to the 37-yard line. They'll take it first and 10. 10:55.
And that's that little sky kick over to the corner where I think they're probably trying to keep it away from Cheatham County's return men, just trying to keep it out of the hands of somebody dangerous.
Smart idea right there, and it will be a first and 10 for Cheatham County at their own 37. Clock they're running out on the Cubs if they don't get something going very quickly. And we are on a collision course, it appears, for a rematch of last year's semifinal game. Wow.
And we get to have them at home.
That'll make a huge difference. No question. It's Potts on a keeper. He'll be slammed down nicely at the line of scrimmage or thereabouts. We may need some more stands installed, though, for all those Milan folks, if they all come over.
Absolutely, and love to have them.
That whole town is welcome, of course.
Robert Brown did an excellent job that time on the tackle. He had two guys trying to block him, plus made the tackle. So just an awesome work by Robert Brown.
Good play, no game. Actually, a loss of 1, they're going to say. Well, no. Is it a gain of 1? All right, anyway, 2nd down 9 or so to go from the 38. Potts in the gun this time with White and Sweat. Handoff, no. Play action. Potts looking to throw. Wobbly pass. Picked off by Chase Smith. Interception, CPA at the 34. The pass didn't have much of a chance, honestly. It was wobbly from the start, and Smith picked it off.
It didn't. It looked like he was trying to get it downfield to his big tight end.
Yes.
And that's who made the tackle.
Whistle blows. It's Smith who's down.
We've got somebody down.
Chase Smith, it's 20-something. I don't want to speculate, but it looks like Chase from here. Ball will be spotted at the 30. Well, 30. Oh, hold on a minute. It's a penalty.
Yeah, there is a penalty. It looks like it might go back to Cheatham County.
Okay, we're hearing a late hit penalty, some kind of a personal what? Hold on, there are no. It's against Cheatham County, right? Yes. Against Cheatham County, they're saying. Okay, so that flag was somehow or other was called against the Cubs, and it was declined. So the Lions will take over after all.
Very good.
So Smith on the interception will stand, and the ball will be spotted at the what? 30.
About the 39.
39, let's say.
I'm sorry about the 34.
Oh, that's right, 34. That's my bad. All right. Big play there by Chase, and it holds up. Lions with a turnover.
It'd be nice to just march right on down the field and chew up a lot of clock right now.
10:05 to go in the fourth.
Max Presley in the backfield.
Yes, Presley with Mitchell. And in motion that time. It's Presley. Presley spinning. Oh, Presley. Nice little move right there.
Nice effort on after the hit. He knew he was going down. He got a couple more yards out of that run.
Man in motion was Jay Russell in the game, 42. One of those young guys for CPA. Strong young players for the Lions. He is a freshman. 9:42. Clock running, fourth quarter. CPA will try to use most of the play clock, I would imagine. The play clock. There is no play clock on the field visible. Referee back, of course, there will hold his arm up for the countdown from 5 down to 0, but don't see that yet. Anyway, Mitchell passing. Osborne open. Osborne, stutter step. Osborne getting outside, looking for a block from Richard. Osborne pointing to Richard, looking for a block. Nice play right there.
I think he was trying to direct a little traffic.
Maybe so. Richard was trying to find somebody to block, I think, to his credit. And it will be down at the 39 of Cheatham County this time with 9:19 on the clock. And
Osborne did a nice job that time finding a hole in the defensive coverage and kind of sitting down right there waiting for the pass. So he did a really nice job finding the opening.
Mitchell in the gun again. And Joe Trice. Trice in the game. Trice making some moves. Trice slips down, but nice run by Trice. Joe Trice, 16, about 7 yards that time. We'll say one thing. Some of you may have heard that Coach Drew Maddox was going to be our guest here in the on the broadcast. Coach Maddox, his voice not doing great right now. He had a basketball game to coach last night at Cane Ridge and one to coach tomorrow against Brentwood at home. So resting his voice wisely. And we're so thankful to have Coach Mike Wall in the booth on the broadcast with you.
Well, I can remember when we start those football seasons and you start coaching, your voice goes almost immediately that first week, and then you kind of get it going as the season goes.
So Mitchell still in the game. In motion is Osborne. Handoff Presley up the middle. Presley Gets a first down, and look at Jack Hooper
carrying
carrying him.
with the assist for an extra 4 yards. Jack Hooper picked up the defender and Max Presley and got an extra 4 yards on that game.
He carried both those guys for a couple more yards, no question. Now, on a serious note, I'm looking at Chase Smith on the far side. Well, I'm looking for Chase Smith. I don't see him right now. He's the one who went down, I think, after the interception. Anyway, we certainly hope he's okay. No question the Lions need him.
Well, I think at this point it would be wise if he's tweaked at all just to rest him. And,
no question.
That's probably what they're doing. I know he's walking off gingerly.
No question. So it's a first down and 10 for the Lions at the 24. Handoff Mitchell. Presley breaks the first wave and still goes busting down for a good gain inside the 20.
Nice run by Max Presley. He met a defender, was able to make him miss, hit him. He took the hit, and kept his feet churning and got 5 yards on that run. That was a gutsy run by Max Presley.
The Evan Rude motor showing his stuff. 7:35 in the fourth. Lions are on their way, it appears, to the semifinal for the second straight year against the same opponent as last year, Milan. Where all those signs at Milan into town, there were several miles it felt like of signs. They are a spirited bunch. Mitchell, the keeper. Mitchell will spin and go down.
Goes down wisely. Nothing there.
Smart move, right? Nice tackle about that time by Cheatham County's defender, who's, again, number I can't decipher. My vision's bad. I'm getting a little bit older, but you vouch for me, right? It's hard to see those numbers.
It is very hard.
I'm not just crazy.
Those red with the gold outline numbers, they're tough to see at any kind of distance.
Lions are hard enough on the front of their jersey. Lions jerseys on the front get scrunched up a lot. It's hard to see them sometimes, but purple on white is easier to pick up than dark red on black. Okay, number 7. I see that one. Is Osborne in motion. Mitchell looking down for Richard. Richard stopped a little bit on the route, I think. And
mix up on the route there, I believe. It looked like Mitchell had one route in mind, and Thomas Richard kind of broke it off at the end there.
Yeah, that was a bit of a little bit of confusion, but no huge harm done for the Lions. But it will be 4th down and 6 at the, where's the ball? 20.
Talk about the 21, 20 and a half, somewhere in there.
In comes Russell again, and Trice, and Manuel. Osborne.
Like some confusion.
Mitchell at quarterback still. Yes, confusion. And Manuel will go out to the left. There'll be timeout called by CPA. There was definitely a mix-up there in the play, perhaps.
Yep.
Play call.
Coach Martin wisely called the timeout, or we were going to lose another 5 yards on that one. So that was a wise use right there.
So it gives a chance to say 6:27 to go in this game. It appears to be a home game heading on the docket for CPA next week, which will be a much better. The fans will be happier than last year, and we have to go all the way to Milan for that game.
We'll make them travel this year, and that'll be a great game over the Thanksgiving weekend.
And let's see. Thank you so much. Jim Roberts has handed us some stats, Coach. Right now, Mitchell is 12 of 19 for 174 yards and 3 touchdowns and a rating of 132.5.
Wow.
That's good numbers right there. Only 7 incomplete. Rushing, Smith is 18 for 189. Wow.
Wow, those are great numbers.
And Presley, 5 for 26. Trice, 1 for 6. But Chase Smith almost at 200 yards, 189. He'll be done, I believe, for the night. I don't see him out there. He's done, I'm sure, for the evening.
Yeah, one of the things I really like about this Lions team is they really remind me of the 2002 state championship run where we weren't undefeated, but that team was gutsy and hard-nosed, played defense, and ran the ball really well with a gentleman I remember named Chris Peak.
Mitchell downfield for Richard over his head. Yes, Chris Peak.
Looks like we've got a final on the Elizabethton North Sullivan.
Sullivan North.
Sullivan North. Elizabethton has won 41-38.
So they will take on CAK next week. Elizabethton.
And I would think CAK would be definitely favored in that.
Yeah, no question. And so the Milan game is out of reach. Really, we can pencil in all four of the semifinalists in 3A. Elizabethton, CAK up over in East Tennessee, CPA and Milan here in the middle. There's Potts running. Potts jumping over Godwin that time. Nice run by Mitchell Potts. He's had a really, really, really good season. And it will come to an end tonight, it appears, for the senior Potts. Sweat is a junior and White is a senior, so they'll return Desmond Sweat next year, but not Mitchell Potts. Quarterback will need to be replaced. Getting colder, isn't it?
It is getting colder.
Some of the fans you see, I think, not streaming out, but yeah, trickling out. Some of the fans, I think, realizing
fans heading for the gates.
It's over, effectively. 5:58 and clock running. Cheatham County has the football. Potts passing, tipped by Nichols, maybe? Yes. Houston Nichols breaks it up. And there is Benedict getting a little bit of a scrape there. A little bit of not melee, but a little bit of some altercation with Kevin Eslick, a senior, and Robert Brown wisely gets him out of that mix. Robert Brown showing some leadership there to pull Benedict away from that and prevent any kind of a...
Certainly don't want any personal fouls
Sure.
at this point, and a lot of times frustration starts to rear its head on the team that's on the losing side of the score right now. So.
Well, they waited 43 years to get to another quarterfinal, and it's going to come up short for Cheatham County. So there'll definitely be a little bit of frustration.
Absolutely.
Potts with a throw intended for the big tight end again. Bose, incomplete coverage there by Xander Isaacs for CPA. Good job by him.
You know, you work with a band of brothers from the beginning of summer through grueling workouts to get in shape and to get stronger and have a dream to make it to the state championship game. And when you start to realize that dream is over, it's hard.
No question. I was joking around with Rustin Webster today about whether we get to hear Jacob Webster's name again. I heard Jacob Webster's name last week, which is a good sign that you're doing well. I'm not sure if we'll see Jacob in this game or not, but
let's hope so.
That's a good sign that you're pretty far ahead. Potts going to go back to pass. Long pass. Almost caught, but broken up nicely by Godwin. Will Godwin, and down goes number 12, Willie Presley. He gets up. It appears to be okay, though. Gets up and walking back under his own power toward the huddle. So, fourth down and 10. 5:38. The time has slowed down a bit because they've been passing now to try to get something happen. They being the Cubs of Cheatham County Central High School here in Ashland City. So Lions, of course, 2 state championships, 2000, 2002, going for their third. And Potts going to pass it? No. He'll be taken down by Benedict, I believe, yes. Nice sack by Alex Benedict for the CPA. Benedict, the senior. And Potts gets up slowly that time. He's been hit a couple times hard tonight, Coach. He's been taking some hits.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have a running quarterback, there's wear and tear on his body throughout the season, and he's taken some hard hits tonight. Sam Landers, I remember, lit him up several times.
Yes, that time Benedict. So 5:32 here. That'll be a turnover on downs. Timeout taken by the Lions momentarily. A couple quick announcements while we got your attention. Don't forget the Curious Savage. That's the High School Fine Arts Fall Play. It's on. 2 more performances tomorrow, Saturday, at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Coach Mike Wall is involved in that.
It was marvelous last night. If you want to have a good time and really enjoy a fun family outing, this comedy, The Curious Savage, is well done again by Mrs. Paula Flott, artistic director of CPA And it's just a fun. I was filming last night and found myself chuckling quite heartily and several times. And I've seen the play before a couple of times and just really enjoyed it. The kids did a great job last night.
My first time seeing it, so the twists and turns really surprised me. And if you're waffling or wondering out there what to do tomorrow at 2 or 7, come see the show. Tickets are available at the door. $10 for adults, $5 for students. Also, in between that, you've got basketball, 4 o'clock girls game in the varsity gym against Brentwood High School, followed by the boys game at about 5:30 or so, whenever the girls finish. So that's a big one right there. It's a big local rivalry, Brentwood High. And so come to the CPA and make a day of it Saturday at the Academy. Oh, nice hit there. Trice goes down and gets tackled. And I believe it might or might not be, well, there's some rumblings that there may be a Brentwood High School CPA football game in the next couple of years here, which would be a great, fun game.
Would be a real fun game within the community, and it'd be a lot of fun. Looking forward to the basketball season. Coach Legate and Coach Maddox fielding teams again this year. Coming back to see it'd be interesting to see what kind of season we have. The great teams from last year, and see if we can repeat as state champions. That would be a fun group of men and women to watch march through the wintertime.
Trying to go back-to-back, both teams. Now, last night, Cane Ridge, up at Cane Ridge, up or down? I'm not sure where Cane Ridge is, actually, going to be honest. Fumble there, fallen on by, who is that in the backfield?
It's Trice, and looks like
that's number 2. That's number 2 in the game, Zach Weatherly, the quarterback. Weatherly is a freshman, so Zach got a lot of reps last week and getting some more this tonight. So good to see Zach getting a chance to play and get some experience, which he'll need in the future years.
Absolutely.
But basketball, that was Cane Ridge. The Lions girls won big. The boys won by 10, but they're only up by 5 late in the game now. They're missing several football players. They'll make a difference, including Richard and Brown. And who else? Adams also plays basketball.
Absolutely. They've got some leadership still on the football team that would be valuable to them. Girls led, of course, by the trifecta of seniors, Faith Legate, Meredith Roman, and Lauren Thompson, LT, each of whom signed letters of intent the other day to play college D1 hoops next year. That's
Lipscomb
exciting.
for Legate, Belmont for Roman and Thompson. They also signed, Sydney Campbell also signed to play tennis at Vanderbilt. So that was a big day for CPA on Wednesday. It's been a big week for the Lions, really. A lot going on.
Absolutely a big day. And congratulations, ladies. You've worked hard for it. It's just fantastic.
CPA boys basketball led by Jalen Lindsay, among others.
Really nice move and good run by Joe Trice.
Great play there. Yeah, Joe has gotten some good reps in recent weeks as well. 3:25 clock running here in the fourth. Younger players, I think maybe for both teams, getting some chances to play and get some experience.
It's like we have a new line in there, so.
I'm looking to see numbers here. If I can,
73.
And that would be Colson Lee, 73 in the game, big guy on the left tackle. It looks like, right?
Yes.
And who else? Hard to see this far.
Number 48 in as a back.
I think some binoculars next time here. I see the radio guys, too, struggling to look down the roster for numbers. We're all straining our eyes to see the numbers on the roster, even. Quick kick is blocked. It was Zach Weatherly going to block it. I don't think it can be. Well, it could be returned, but it was blocked on the quick kick attempt. So Cheatham County will.
There was nobody to block that. Whoever came through, he blew through the line. Nobody got a hand on him that time.
Good play that time by the Cubs. A positive play. Not a whole lot for them to cheer about right now. A lot of their fans are making their way toward the exits.
It looks like we've got a new group of defenders coming in.
Let's see here. 78 is Benedict. He's still in.
73 again.
73 is Lee.
Yeah, it looks like James Elliott is still in.
Is that Elliott? I don't think so, actually.
I'm sorry.
That's
that
77. Oh, 77 is Duval, Jean-Luc Duval. 34 also in the game for the Lions, and that is Chance Meyer.
That's number 30.
30 is Robbie Payne.
46.
Great name for football player, right? Payne, Robbie Payne.
Absolutely.
40. Was it 46? You say?
Yes.
Yeah, that's Cole Smith.
And number 34.
We said, I think, Chance Meyer. Yep.
Chance Meyer, yes.
So good chance for these guys to get some action. Long pass,
Nice
caught.
catch.
Nice catch. Tackle out of bounds there by Payne.
Right about the 24-yard line.
Sorry about that. Nice catch right there, made by, I think it was Josh Weeks, if I saw that correctly. Josh Weeks on the catch. Number 5, I think, the senior. So that's down to the 24. 1:55, though, on the clock. So to recap, a minute ago, we were talking about the Curious Savage. That's 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock at the Academy tomorrow. We'd love to see you at one of those performances. It's a great play. And then basketball at 4, girls first, then boys. So it's a big Saturday at the Academy. And then next week, of course, Thanksgiving week, we'll be off school Wednesday through Friday. So it's a short 2-day week at the Academy. And we want to, in advance, wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Of course, let me just say this, too. We will broadcast the Milan game. That's the plan, anyway, from CPA. Stay tuned for emails about that with details. But at this point, the plan is to broadcast that game. We want a huge gate, though. We've got to get you there to watch it. So don't stay home if you can get there. That's my admonishment to all the fans. If it's a little bit chilly and you're not so sure about it, if you're in town, come to the game. If you're out of town with family, we understand you're gone. That's fine. But
I think the weather's supposed to improve a little bit next week from what I saw up in the 60s. So it might even be a little bit more mild. And, man, what a great way to spend a Friday evening after Thanksgiving. Just come out with the family and support the Lions.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be a great way to work off your turkey by cheering
Absolutely.
for CPA. Here's a pass. This time it's attempted. I think it was intended, rather, for Bose. He's still in the game. Yes, that's Bose. Broken up that time.
Big target.
So I wanted to just tag on to that to say, you be part of history. If you're in town, you can get there. We'd love to have you in the den and share the link with family and friends out of town, or those who can't get out of the house, whatever. But come. Milan's going to bring a crowd. No
Absolutely.
question. They will bring some people, and CPA needs to counter that with an enthusiastic crowd. And Coach Mike Elson would definitely echo what I'm saying and encourage everyone to come out and make it a huge game, a huge crowd at the Den.
Yeah, and absolutely having, as a former coach, having the support of the community behind you and seeing family and friends come out to support the Lions, especially this deep in the playoff, man, that's what these kids need. They need the support and backing of their community, and that just gives you something to play for every week.
So 1:27 to go here in the fourth quarter, and Potts pass there incomplete. Coach Wall, maybe you could talk about this for just a minute. Some on the Cheatham County side, the seniors, it's over for them tonight, and that's got to be
it's a tough night for
painful
them.
feeling.
It is. I can remember several of those, and it's a tough night for the coaches too, because you pour your heart and soul into these kids, and these kids pour their heart and soul into this game. Touchdown
there by Cheatham County late.
And so
Sweat on the touchdown.
There will be tears in the locker room. There'll be, it's especially for these seniors, it's a band of brothers that are breaking up, and they'll never come this way again. Some of them will never step on a football field again. And so it's an emotional night for them, and they have fought well. But it's a tough night. Their dreams it's over.
And they'll go for 2 here. It's 37 now to 19. If they score, this game will look closer than it really was on the scoreboard.
It will.
Either way, it does look closer than it. And going around and in, yes, is Sweat again. So the 2-point conversion makes it 37-20. 21, Lions. If you're watching, what's funny is this game is almost the same score as last week's game, where it was 36-21 Cheatham County, but they pulled away late in that one. This one, much different game. The Lions were in control from the start, really. It was 7-0 CPA, then 14-0, then 14-7, 21-7, 28-7, 31-7, 31-13, 37-13, and now 37-21 on the touchdown by Desmond Sweat, the junior. He's back next year. 5'10", 169. So he'll be one to he'll be a tough foe for anybody next year who plays Cheatham County. Minute 20. Thanks to Jim Roberts for those stats earlier. That was good to see the numbers. We certainly hope Chase is okay. I haven't seen him recently, but I think I see him now wearing a jacket over there, just staying warm. That's good.
Yeah,
he's standing up and he looks good. So it'll be the Lions at 13-0 hosting Milan. It'll be 11-2 in the Den. 7 o'clock next Friday night. And then it'll be CAK, who will be 12-1 against Elizabethton, which will come in at 11-2.
And that'll be the semifinal game?
Semifinal game. So here we are.
Wow.
It'll be either CAK Elizabethton and either CBA and Milan in the state final in Cookeville on November 30th. That Friday after next. Onside kick taken. Well, actually, it's fumbled. Still loose. Cheatham County has it at the 44. So they recovered it at the 44. Almost recovered that time by CPA's Alden Seeger, but Seeger, the sophomore, couldn't quite secure it. And it was recovered by a Cub. Well, they're down by 16. I guess it's 2 scores, so.
Yeah, it's 2 score, and CPA just needs to maintain their composure. And
here come the starting. Here come the starters.
They're bringing in some of the big boys, so it's.
That was. We're not quite done, guys. I mean, really, if you're Cheatham County, if you score fast, onside kick, go for 2 twice. There's a little glimmer of hope.
There's always a glimmer.
If you're the Cubs.
I don't think there's much of a glimmer here.
Let's see at 117 here. The Lions can shut the door. Pass incomplete. Intended that time for Dakota White.
One of the things that's real difficult when you're not a passing team is to have enough in your repertoire to be dangerous.
Great question.
Quickly,
we haven't seen Potts complete a pass downfield at all tonight. He's completed a few and 2 for touchdowns, but nothing deep. His deep passes have been very wobbly. He's going to try to go pass it long now. No, he'll run. No, he'll pass. We'll see. He'll try to spin out of it. Still going. Still alive. Still making a nice move by Potts on Elliott. He'll throw it downfield. Flag is down. Incomplete pass intended for the big tight end that time, Bose. Penalty flag thrown about the 44 of CPA. Let's see what the call is here.
I wonder if it's a lineman down the field maybe, or a...
Ineligible receiver downfield. There's the call, yeah. All that scrambling, I guess the lineman got down too far.
Yeah, a lot of times you lose. You got that 3 yards on either side of the line of scrimmage, and sometimes running around like that and you're trying to protect your quarterback, it's easy to lose track of where the line of scrimmage was. So
it'll be 3rd down and 15 to go for Cheatham County at just inside Lion territory at the 49. Clock at 58 seconds, so they would need a huge play.
Need a huge play quickly.
Yes, and certainly the Lions are hoping to shut the door right now and hold on here. Not hold on. They're still firmly in command with 16 points. If Cheatham County came back and won this game, it would be the comeback of the century in Middle Tennessee football, I'd have to say.
I would agree with you.
Potts going to throw it long, just out of the reach.
Nice pass. That was one of the nicest thrown balls I've seen him throw tonight.
Good spiral.
Just off the fingertips of number 9.
Looks like, no, I think that's actually 12, Willie Presley, if I'm seeing that right. It's hard to tell from here. It's 12 or 13. Willie.
Sam Walton.
That was Sam Walton on the attempt. I think he's number 18. They call him Walmart as a nickname, I think. Somebody calls him
Bo.
They call him Bug.
Bug. All right, Bug Walton.
Good job, CPA. Thank you.
Bug Walton on the attempt. Almost had that one just outside of his fingertips on that last play.
It was a
nice pass, too.
Nice pass, yeah.
Nice pass by Potts. 37-21, 52 seconds to go in the fourth. It is now 3rd and 10. So that's 5 yards gained back on the penalty called against CPA for offside right there.
It's difficult for these starters and go back in.
They're
after
cold,
a couple
right?
of series off. Yeah, they're cold. They're trying to get cranked back up. And
White will run. He'll be taken down by Nichols and Charles after a gain of about 8. Timeout call with 42 seconds on the clock.
Absolutely, yeah. Didn't make that first down.
It'll be 4th down in a couple.
Cheatham County's not going away quietly.
Well, at least the game is.
Gotta love the fight.
They're not giving up, and that's a. It's good to see that. So, timeout called by the Cubs with 42 seconds on the 42 seconds. My mouth is frozen now. 42 seconds. Thank you. I can't talk because it's getting colder up here. And even though the heater is on, it's still not doing that much good. We have a little heater here that's churning away. It looks like the little engine that couldn't right now.
I think it's overwhelmed.
Okay. So starting team back on the field, basically for CPA on defense, including there's Elliott in there. And 4th down and 4. Ball game on the line here. Potts with a keeper. Tackle made by Elliott. And there it is.
CPA just take a knee.
Chris Charles was in there first. Elliott sunk the battleship, and it'll be Potts back to the cupboards. That's terrible. Bad pun there, Mitchell Potts. And I don't want to pan Potts here. I'm sorry about that. That's even worse. All right, so it'll be a knee for the Lions. It'll be Zach Weatherly. Shouldn't pan that young man. All right, so Lions will win, but it wasn't easy.
No.
Cheatham County fought to the end.
And once again, you got a team that's been undefeated to this point, and they're not going to go down without a fight. So
Weatherly, it's victory formation. Oh, and Glenn Fleener's in the game, 41. That's good to see. Fleener injured early in the season with the knee, and he gets to go in the game.
Victory
senior
formation.
Knee taken by Weatherly. That will do it, I think. 31 seconds on the clock. Maybe one more play. We'll see. No. I think that'll be it. No way we can have no chance to get a player of the game up here for an interview. Sorry about that, but we will definitely have several candidates for player of the game. And we'll say CPA is officially a semifinalist once again. Twice in a row. It'll be CPA against Milan, 7 o'clock next Friday in the Den. Come out, make it a big crowd. And look for details about the broadcast this coming week. Congratulations, Cheatham County, on an excellent season. They end up at 12-1. Outstanding season for the Cubs. They come a little bit short against CPA, and the Lions will advance. Smith had 2 touchdowns. Richard had 2 touchdowns. Osborne had 1 touchdown and a field goal. And that, I believe, is the scoring for the Lions. Smith with the interception late in the game to help close things out. For Cheatham County, it was Bose and Brinkley on the touchdowns. And then Sweat also on the 3rd touchdown late in the game. But to recap, Lions control the game for the most part and win fairly comfortably by 16, 37-21.
The Lions did a great job of coming in, executing their game plan to not let Cheatham County control the game. Stopped them. First off, I thought that first defensive stand was a real key when we came into the ball game and kind of set the tone for the rest of the game. So congratulations to Coach Martin and the CPA football team for an excellent game tonight. Well executed, well done. Hard-hitting game. Some big fellas out there, and so it'll be exciting to take it to the next level next week.
Yeah, next week, semifinal game. It'll be Milan in the Den. And the winner of that game will take on either Elizabethton or Christian Academy of Knoxville, CAK. The Lions coming over now to say hello, to say thanks to the fans. Not hello, thanks to the fans, student section who came, and the parents and fans, and they are victorious. And so for Coach Mike Wall, this is Phil Newman saying thank you for joining us. We hope you've enjoyed it. We do apologize. I know there's been some buffering and some stops and starts with the broadcast signal this far out in the country. So sorry about that. And but thank you for joining us. And as Coach Wall said, congrats to the Lions. They move on. And we'll see you next week. We'll see you real soon back at CPA. Have a good night.